Here we go, a chance over to the near side. We're going to have to replay the torn. Down low to the near side they go, battling for possession. Zaka in the offensive end, going to be over there to Middlestad, over to Zaka. Zaka, he shoots, he scores! That's a trick! Didn't have to go, face off. And the gloves drop immediately. We got a fight breaking out here. Kostelic giving some punches up against Sam Carrick. They're right at the center ice. Gonna be a big shot and a big win by Mark Kostelic as he gets ripped down by Carrick after the fight. That's gonna be an added penalty. That's gonna be a game misconduct, I think, for Carrick. And the Devils are gonna clear that zone over to the near side. Here it comes. He's sure on a chance. A shot denied. Rebound shot. What a save by Carter Hart. Waiting for it is, I believe it's going to be, it's not going to be Marner in front of the net. Here comes a chance. A shot. He scores! This is going to be Paul Cotter on the first shootout. Taking it in towards the net. Going to make a shot. Deflected by Carter Hart. Jesper Bratt moving in. He takes a shot. He scores! Jesper Bratt gets the first goal of the shootout. The Devils have a 1-0 advantage. Here we go. Mark Stone. No attempts this season on the shootout. Here's his first. Moving into the near side, over to the far. He shoots and it's gloved by Jake Allen. Mitch Marner, ready to go. Taking it in from the near side. Working around with speed to the far. He goes and he scores! Oh no, did he double shoot it? Yeah, it's correct. Gloves immediately coming off. We got a fight right here at the beginning. Who is that? Zadorov and number 47, that's Struble, going at it right at the opening whistle. And here we go, Zadorov laying a couple of fists, and it's going to be back against the boards on the near side. A couple of fists going either direction. Still clinging on to each other over on the far side. Now they're all the way back into the Bruins offensive end. Still on their feet, still laying punches. Helmet comes off of Struble, and still laying some punches to Zadorov. And now Struble trying to get back in this fight, but Zadorov is absolutely dominating it, and they break it up on the boards. Up to the top of the zone, over to Mantha, intercepted, and here comes a breakaway chance for the Flames. He shoots, he scores. Connor Zary getting the first goal of the game on a breakaway after an interception. There's the goal horn. There it is. I was wondering when that was going to proc. But yeah, going to take the draw and going to be won by the Pens. That's going to be Kindle. Up to the near side to Shea. Shea working down low, going to try and take it behind the net, trying to create some room. Over to the far side, to the top of the zone, over to St. Ivan. He sends a shot, deflected. Oh, I thought that was in the net. It went over to the far side. Battling down low in front of chance. A shot, and he's gone!
He will not be denied twice. He will not be denied twice.
Bill Quaven, let's freaking go. That's how you do it, my boy. Passing back over to Novak. Novak taking it around over to the far side. Going to try and connect with Chinikov if he can. But here we go. Oh, boy! Here we go over to the near side. Carlson passing across. A chance. A shot! And he's done! Let's win! Let's freaking go, baby! Send the kid!
Took it on his...
Send the kid!
Took it on his shoulder and said, let me just clear this one.
That is how you do it. Send the kid clearing the Penguins bench. Let's let that horn sing, baby. That is how you do it. The Pens pulling a comeback win off and not blowing it. That is how you freaking do it. That is how the Pittsburgh Mother Loving Penguins do it. If they keep playing like this, we'll be covering Penguins hockey late into the summer. Let's go. The Pittsburgh Penguins getting a big overtime goal. Ready to roll. Face off in the Pens offensive end. Going to be taken back by the Red Wings. Sider along the far side boards. Up through the far side. Battling into the neutral zone. Taken back by the Pens to the near side. Here comes Crosby. Looking to pass it across. He's a chance. A shot. He scores! Run! Russ! Front of the net, working with that puck, clearing it out at Kindle. A chance, a breakaway. He shoots, he scores! Igor Chinikov getting his first goal as a Penguin. Let's go, baby! 2-0 Penguins. Woo! Let's go! That is how you freaking do it. How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here today, joined by my dad. How's it going today, Dad?
Okay, so far.
Well, we're getting ready to do live play-by-play coverage and reactions to the Anaheim Ducks taking on the Ottawa Senators. This one a big game for Anaheim because they are going to be without Radko Gudas for a 5-game suspension. But that was child's play. Spin the NHL wheel of discipline and see what you get. He got the same suspension as Evgeny Malkin. Like, Radko Gudas' offense was much more egregious than what Gino did. I'm sorry. But it should not have been the same suspension is what I'm saying. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I'm sure you saw the hit, didn't you, Dad?
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't? Radko Gudas goes out of his way to knee Austin Matthews, knee-to-knee contact, taking him out for the year with a grade 3 MCL tear. And he got the same suspension as Evgeny Malkin for just going retaliatory to grab and hug Rasmus Dahlin. It's broken.
I don't know.
It's broken. But either way, we're here. Ducks, Senators, big one here. Big playoff implications on both sides here. The Ducks currently residing atop the Western Conference's Pacific Division. But there are two teams breathing right down their throats in the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. But the Ducks do have games in pocket on both of those teams. So this is a critical game for those games in pocket. Looking at the rest of the division, there's not much threat. There is teams that are getting close, like the Sharks and the Kings, but they're not within immediate striking distance, especially considering they have no games in pocket on the Ducks. Looking at the Senators, though, this is where it gets interesting. They have a legitimate chance at making it into the playoffs as a wild card team. They are only 5 points with a game in pocket behind the Boston Bruins and 6 points with 2 games in pocket behind the Detroit Red Wings. Both of those being your 2 wild card teams in the Eastern Conference entering today. So a big, big opportunity for the Senators to pull something off here. But also, keep in mind, the Senators could still drop pretty far as well. There's still plenty of season to go. They still have about just under 20 games. I think it's like 17 games, 18 games, something like that left. They've played like 64, 65, something like that. So either way, big game for both teams. Both teams trying to stay alive in the playoff push. Who do you think's going to win this one, Dad?
I don't know.
Putting you on the spot here a little bit.
I don't know this much of the team, so I guess I'll go with Mickey Mouse.
Oh my gosh. Is that your way of taking the Ducks?
I think
the
Ottawa will probably win because they're better.
Let me show you the video here. Actually, by points, technically, the Ducks are slightly better. But let me take a look here real quick. Let me pull up the Radko Gudas hit for you so you can see. Let me pull it up here on X. Look at this. He wasn't playing the puck. He wasn't playing anything. He comes in on Austin Matthews. It extends the knee to initiate knee-to-knee contact. He is a player with a known history of that. Look, did you see that? And he only gets 5 games. I think in cases like this, the player should be suspended as long as the player misses action. So, like, he should have been suspended as long as Austin Matthews misses action.
How long is Austin Matthews?
Season ending.
Season ending?
So I think that would have been fair for season ending for him. I mean, you caused one of the best players on the Leafs to miss the rest of their season because you wanted to make a dirty hit in a game where it's not even a division, it's not even a rivalry. You know what I mean? That's just like the Penguins walking into Edmonton and just taking out Connor McDavid for no reason because it's fun. You don't do that.
No.
I mean, that was just ridiculous. I'm sorry. But the fact that Gudas only got 5 games, I mean, come on. But let's go ahead and take a look real quick here at our goalies. Starting out today, I'm going to turn the ball over to Dad here. Starting for Anaheim, we got Ville Husso. A little bit of a surprise pull there. What do you got on Husso, Dad?
7-6-1. He's a 3.08 goals against average, a .396 save percentage, or .896 save percentage, and 0 shutouts.
All right, and then at the other end is Linus Ullmark.
Yeah, and he's 19-9-7 with a 2.85 goals against average, and a .883 save percentage with 1 shutout.
Nice. So here we go. We are about half a minute into this one, taking it back out of the defensive end for the Ducks. Going to be Jackson Lacombe, moving it up into the offensive end, and going to lose it to the far side. The Senators clear out the zone. Giving chase here. This is going to be no icing. Nice job to beat out the icing there by Michael Amadio. Over to the near side, flipping it out of the zone. Senators taking it back near center, punching it back in behind the net of Huso. Over to the near side, into the corner, tied up down low for that puck. Going loose to the far side, played by Allison, wing to the near side, intercepted by the Senators. Into the offensive end, they go with a chance, and never mind. Taken back by the Ducks and Leo Carlson up at center ice, trying to find somewhere to go, trying to create some room. Over to the near side, centering, and back into the defensive end they go, wing to wing, and back again, and back again. Over to the near side, now going to move it vertical here, off the stick of Kilhorn. Over to the far side, the Senators take it back out of their own end.
What do you think of the uniforms?
I like them both. I really do like them both. Like the Anaheim Ducks, that pop of orange on the white, I love it. I love it.
Good.
And Ottawa has a nice blackout home uni. It really is a nice blackout home uni.
Yeah.
With the red accents, it just looks ominous. Now, if only the team were so ominous, then it would be good.
But you know what?
What?
If the lights come out, the Anaheim has a disadvantage because Ottawa will be able to see that with that bright orange.
So back over to the near side, to the point, kept in by the Senators in the offensive end. Trying to find somewhere to go on that far side. Puck gets tied up and taken back to the near side. Cleared out by Anaheim. Taken right back by the Senators. Clearing it up and taken back by Jackson Lacombe out of his own end, in front of his net, passing up through center, losing it briefly, punching it into the offensive end where Ottawa takes it back. Over to the near side, tied up down low. That's going to be Jordan Spence with the puck, wing to wing. Trying to work with it now is Clevin. Tyler Clevin back over to Spence. Back over to Clevin again behind the net. Trying to find somewhere to go. Again, back and across. Big pressure here for Anaheim. That one, pressure going to be delivered by Jansen Harkins. But the Senators overcoming into the offensive end with speed to the near side, down low, losing control over to the far side, colliding with a ref, still down low behind the net now to the near side, trying to center it, not gonna go, still over to the far side, tied up, gonna be moved around behind the net, controlled by the Senators for now, loose in front of the net, dangerous area shot! How did that get saved by Huso? That is one of the greatest no goals we have seen in a hot minute.
Well, the Anaheim person almost put it right on into his net.
Right there, almost put it in his own net. Who was that? That was 42. That was Tim Wask. Or Wash. Tim Wash. It almost put it in his own net. And then over to the far side, having to rush through it. Nice job by Zellweger to try and push that puck behind the net so it couldn't get punched in behind Huso. So here we go, ready to go. Gonna get booted out of the circle is Mikhail Granlund for the Ducks. The game's lone shot on goal going to the Senators right now. Face off, won by the Ducks, moving it up through center, over to the far side, into the offensive end on the far boards. Trying to center it, puck goes loose, taken back, sent behind the net by McTavish. And over to the far corner, back up to the point. Centering to the near side. Shot! And it's going to get kicked behind the net to the far side. Taken back by the Senators. Moving it out now is Brady Tkachuk. Moving it, clearing it into the near side, into the offensive end along the boards. Trying to free that puck up here. The Ducks playing aggressive on it. Puck goes loose, centered in front of the net to the far side. Taken by Anaheim. Punching it up and into the offensive end. They're going to dump it. Played there by Ullmark. Over to the far side, behind the net now for the Senators. Over to the near side. Moving it up through center. Ready to punch it up into the offensive end. They dump it. Behind the net, played by Huso to the near side. The Ducks trying to clear it out of the zone. Big pressure by the Senators, though, along the boards. And trying to free this puck up, and it's going to go deep into the zone. Back on in, over to the near side, recentering shot. Puck gets deflected out to the far side after going off a couple sticks. Back on into that far corner, over to the far side, freeing up to the point here to the near side. Shot! Glove action, but not able to catch it there by Huso. And the Ducks clear out the zone, over to the near side, into the offensive end. Not offside to the near side, centering across. Not able to connect. Over to the far side, taking back Leo Carlson with a shot. And it's going to go out of play. For a second, I couldn't see the puck, so I'm like, did it sneak in behind the net?
Wow.
Yeah, taking a look at how tight that hunt is. It is incredibly tight in the Eastern Conference, man. Incredibly tight. So if you guys are enjoying the content, man, drop a like, drop a sub. We're trying to get ourselves up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the NHL season. We're about a month away from that. It's kind of crazy, but I've seen crazier. So here we go. What was good, Petco? Over to the far side. And the face-off going to be taken out by the Senators. The thing is, with the ESPN play-by-play, I don't really have a good place to put it somewhere in terms of on the screen. And I can't play the actual broadcast because, well, copyright. But we'll see. Over to the near side, Olmark plays it to the far. Gonna get it kicked up there by Dennis Gilbert. And clearing it all the way back in behind Huso, no icing. Wing to wing behind the net from down low over to the near side. Trying to clear it up on into the offensive end. Taken back by Ottawa. Behind the net to the far side, he passes. Getting up through center ice to the near side and into the offensive end. It's going to be Atram Zub. Losing control of it. The Ducks trying to wrestle it away. Zub punching it back deep again. Over to the far side, racing for it, Jacob Trouba. Clearing it up through center. And it's taken back by Ottawa out of their own end. Ready to roll with it. Centering it into the offensive end, but denied by the Ducks. Kept back by Zub now to the near side. Clearing it up. Taken in by the Ottawa into the offensive end. Still to the near side. Down into the corner they go. Tied up for that puck. Putting it, centering it. Shot in front. Still loose in front of the net. The Ducks are able to wrestle it away, though. Moving it out now. Wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end. A chance here. Not able to control it, though, was Killorn. Over to the near side. The Senators clearing it out. Back in behind the net of Huso. Playing it to the near side. Here comes the Anaheim Ducks. Wing to wing over to the far side and can't punch it into the offensive end yet. So now they send it in, but he paid the price. Over to the far side. Wing to the near. Played up by Jordan Spence. And pass intercepted by the Ducks through center. They're going to send it to the offensive end with speed. A chance. Trying to maintain control while sliding out on the ice. Over to the far side. Taken back by the Senators. In the neutral zone.
He's safe. He slid into second base.
Oh my gosh. So over to the near corner here. Let's see. You know, oh man. Over to the far side. Petco, the thing is, I don't know that I want to put the 76ers on here because that's basketball. We're talking hockey. So it's just not really, I mean, you know, I don't want to throw everything at the wall on the stream. You know what I mean? We'll try to keep it relatively focused. We'll touch up on some of the other games, some of the other action in between, like as commercials happen and all that stuff. But here we go. Over to the near side, trying to move it up the Senators through center ice into the offensive end, punching it to the far corner, played by Trouba. Along the boards, trying to move it out. He does, but he does it just too effectively, and he ices the puck. All right. What are your thoughts so far, Deb?
Boring game. It's
an up and down the ice game.
Yeah, it's up and down the ice.
These games are not boring, usually. I mean, these games are, like, the up and down the ice games, I find them kind of fun. Batherson up to the point now, over to the near side. Shot! Not going to go loose in front of the net. The reason it's not as fun is because we're not getting as many shots. So it's not really a goalie duel. And the Ducks ice the puck again.
So, let me ask you a question, and maybe in the chat. When do you think Anaheim's going to get their first shot on goal? What time of the first period?
Yeah, they still don't have a shot on goal. It's got to be soon. One shot on goal in 7.5 minutes.
What do you think? What time will it be before they get their first shot on goal?
It might go past the first 10 minutes of this game. Carlson, Trouba, Zellweger, Kreider, and Gauthier out there for the Ducks. Over to the near side, shot deflected. Over to the near side, Senators to the point, sending it down low again off the stick of Clevin. And the Ducks take it over to the near side. Here comes your chance. Leo Carlson, and he just dumps it into the offensive end. Over to the far side, over to the near. Here come the Ottawa Senators. Passing it up to Jordan Spent. Trying to pass again, intercepted. Into the offensive end comes Jackson Lacombe, passing across, shot in front, and it's going to be gloved by Ullmark. So they finally get their first shot on goal.
Not necessarily.
That went into the glove. That was going on net.
Did they mark it as one?
It's going to be marked as one. They didn't mark it yet because they have scorers that need to mark that stuff. But that's going to be marked as a shot on goal. Bro, if you shoot the puck at the goalie and it ends up in the glove of the goalie, there's no way that's not a shot on goal.
I would think.
So, a couple players I was going to talk about.
Seems like over here outside of the net.
Yeah, but he was right in front of the freaking net.
I know.
Man. But a couple players I did take a couple notes on here to watch out here. Let's get a sports predictor. I do live. But a couple players that I did mark prior to this game starting here for the Anaheim Ducks. We got Cutter Gauthier. He is in his third NHL season at 22 years old with 33 goals, 25 assists, totaling 58 points on the season with a rating of +2. Also averaging 17.5 minutes a game, and he is well over his goals expected, or his expected goals. Take a guess what his expected goals are, knowing that his total is 33.
Total was 33 last year?
His total this year so far is 33.
And how much they're expecting him to be for the end of the year?
How much are they expecting him this year so far? Like, what are the thoughts?
I would say 50?
No. Like, at the beginning of the season when they made the expected goals.
Because
he's way above his expected goals.
I would say, if he's way above it, then I would say probably a 20 goal.
23. So he's a big one to watch out for. He wanted me to put the game center for the 76ers game on here, which if it was a basketball stream, I would do, but you know, we'll talk about the other games for sure as we get time. But you know, it's not really like layout worthy, so to speak. Meanwhile, though, looking at the Senators, my top player to watch here was Tim Stützle. Kind of a standard pick. 6th season, 24 years old. 30 goals, 40 assists, 70 points on the year for a +7 rating. 20.42 minutes per game, and 24.1 expected goals.
Still 0 shots on goal.
Oh, come on. That's going to be a stinking shot.
Told you.
So the Ducks ice it again. But you know, there is one thing to like about this Ducks team. And it is not Radko Gudas. The youth. Cutter Gauthier, he's only 22. They have another rookie, Beckett Seneca. He's like lighting it up, relatively speaking. This team is young. They are talented. They're going to be a problem in the Western Conference in a few years, so long as they keep the band together. Over to the near side, the Ducks trying to keep it into the offensive end, and they will. Racing for it is going to be Tyler Clevin, sending it to the far side along the boards. Punching it up there to the point, kept in by the Ducks for now. Over to the near side, was kept in by Mikhail Granlund, into the corner, down low. Over to the far side, taken out by Ridley Grieg. Another young, relatively young gun. He's the youngest player on the Senators roster, but he is 25. So the Senators are old.
In hockey.
Yeah. He's like the youngest on the roster, at least for forwards.
They usually come up like 18 or so.
Yeah, he's the youngest forward on the roster. Oh! Big collision in front of the net. Wow. So over to the near side, through center. Here come the Senators into the offensive end. In front, chance. And not able to connect on that full chance was Matanpalo. From the point, Stützle across, trying to send it in towards the net, not quite able to, taken out by the Ducks over to the near side. Wing to wing, sending it up, Jeffrey Viel into the offensive end, Ottawa nursing homes. Like, honestly, though, like, I will pull it up real quick, just out of curiosity later on here.
Uh-oh.
So, into the offensive end, it's going to be iced by the Senators.
Ottawa got 2 shots on goals. Well, Anaheim
Yeah.
still doesn't have any.
So, the youngest player on that team is Jake Sanderson. No, never mind. It's not Jake Sanderson. It is
Ridley Greig.
Wait, he's not 25. No. He's 20. He's going to turn 24 this year.
Why did I write down 25? He's 23.
I don't know.
But still, 23 being the youngest talent you have is kind of old.
Yeah.
Over to the far corner, down low. The Ducks still in the offensive end, trying to send it in again. Shot goes over to the near side. Along the boards, trying to get that puck. That's Minchikov. Down low to Carlson, wrapping it around the far side corner, sending it to the point to the near side. Minchikov with a shot, goes wide over to the far side. They're advertising Demi Lovato. Over into the far corner. Chasing it down, Leo Carlson tied up for that puck, coming away with it. Over to the near side to Minchikov with a shot, kicks away in front of the net, taken out by the Senators, and they're gonna punch it all the way out. What'd you say?
Younger brother of Eric Carlson.
It's not even the same Carlson, bro.
I know.
It's C.
I was just saying.
It is C. Carlson, not K. Carlson.
Oh.
Although I did see this post where it was like, your birth month, your penguin, and mine was Eric Carlson. I can get behind that. An offensive defensive player. And a big collision there. They're playing leapfrog on the ice as that puck gets cleared out towards
we got a
Omar.
shot on goal. Wonder where that was. I couldn't remember.
It was probably the gloved shot. Over to the far side, backing around the net to the near. Big collision there. And we're not going to get anything on that. Wasn't sure if we would. But over to the far side, the Senators into the offensive end with some speed. Nice job by the Ducks to wrestle that puck away. Demi Lovato, more like Demi LaDrugs. And now we got a whistle here. We'll see what this whistle's all about.
It's offside.
Is it offside?
Yeah.
Okay. Looking at Zellweger for the Ducks.
Oh, no, minor penalty.
Oh, is it going to be right here? Yep. Right there, got that little wraparound. So it's going to be the Ottawa Senators getting the game's first power play.
I don't know about that. I don't understand why that's holding.
He kind of wrapped around. You can't give a guy a hug. Hockey is like very weird in the sense that you can't hug anyone.
Yeah, but that really didn't stop him from continuing.
Yeah, but I know. Trust me, I know. Just like the NHL has no clue what goalie interference is. Talk to the Penguins about that one.
I mean, that's ridiculous, but... Oh, man. But yeah, it was really tough choosing like a young up-and-coming player for Ottawa because they're so old.
Like, looking at Ottawa's current roster, right? 1, 2, 3 players...
or 5 players were born in 2002.
Another 1, 2, 3, 4 of them were born 2000 or later.
They are an old team.
The bulk of their team was born in the 1900s. So yeah, that's kind of the big problem with Ottawa. I think their window really kind of
Closed on them because
got too old. They're not getting young again.
and they're not like staying elite old. They're not like Crosby, Gino, Tanger old. They're like, I don't even know old. Oh my gosh.
So that's the problem with Ottawa. I think they got to get younger. They're entering a chance where they're going to have to get a rebuild soon. The question is, when do they want to swallow the pill and do it?
You know? When the bulk of your team is over 25 years old and you're not winning games effectively, there's problems.
There is problems. But here we go. Far side face-off to the right of Husso. Won by the Senators from the far corner over to the near to Stützle. Trying to send it down on the game's first power play into the corner. The Senators are the 9th ranked power play in the league at 23.2%.
Oh! A chance! How did he not shoot it? Oh my gosh! Bro had an easy goal and he didn't shoot the puck.
He was trying to punch it around, trying to get all funny and wrap it around, and he missed the wide open chance. And the Senators just clear themselves out of the zone. This is the Senators power play. It is a clown show. So here we go, playing out of the neutral zone. Moving it up into the center. Ottawa Senators, or Ottawa American Senators old, yes. So here we go, wing to wing. The Senators clear themselves out again.
I have a question for you.
Yeah?
How many Ottawa Senators can you fit in a small car?
A dozen.
So here we go. The Ducks, shorthanded, trying to wrestle the puck away in the offensive end. Bro, what is this? Over to the near side, they clear it out behind Allmark to the far side, over to the near. Now with 30 seconds, here come the Ottawa Senators through center, passing it back, wing to the near side, able to connect with Shane Pinto. Over to the near side, down low into the corner, shot goes off the back of the net, over to the far side, along the boards. 10 or 15 seconds to go in the power play. Over to the far side, up to the point. To the near side, down low, back further low. Trying to wrap it around, back up to the point. 5 on the power play. With a chance now from the point. A shot, kicked around in front. It's still loose. How do you not punch it in a wide open net? Bro, in the other way, a chance for the Ducks. Is that going to be a penalty? That is not. I wasn't sure. Power play expires in the most comedic of fashions. The Senators had a wide open net and they still couldn't punch it in. So here we go, up through center, flipping it into the offensive end. Gonna be gloved by Huso, over to the far side, played around to the near. From behind the net, all the way up along the boards at center, taken back by the Ducks. Here comes Leo Carlson on a breakaway shot, denied, rebound chance, and it's denied again to the near side.
Couldn't get a good shot.
Yeah, in the process of getting the shot, it got kicked wide. But another chance for the Ducks denied by Elmark. I smell a short. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, that is, like, crazy. So, here we go. What is... Okay. There was a whistle. I was confused if there was a whistle because the clock kept running and the guys were just, like, holding their sticks, like, not doing anything.
I figured out what the issue with Ottawa's
Power play?
power play.
What?
About this time, it's the nap time at the old elderly. Old folks home.
I think we might have a short on that one.
I think you're right, Sports Predictor. I think there might be a short coming out of this stream.
I just gotta make sure I get the timestamp. There we go. But yeah,
That was the saddest attempt at a power play I have seen in a hot minute.
they had wide open nets, wide open goal opportunities, and they just couldn't punch it in.
At this point, Ottawa deserves to lose this game. I mean, I don't like saying that.
15 minutes into a hockey game, not even. But, like, you had 2 golden opportunities to potentially have a 2-0 lead. Or 1-0, because they were both on the power play.
But you still had 2 golden chances with the man advantage. And you couldn't take advantage of it.
Well, all about they get stick on puck.
Yeah, it's rough. That is just rough, though, man. But we'll see what they can do here. The Senators are needing to make something happen here. The Ducks are kind of on borrowed time as well. So for Anaheim, you have to take advantage of this. You cannot let this slide.
Well, the big thing with Anaheim, and it always happens at the beginning, is if the visiting team can withstand the first few minutes, 5 or so minutes or so, without a goal, then they usually are able to, turn things around.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see what they've got in store here. Taking a look, the Ducks are starting to get up.
That was almost there, too.
Yeah, there was a lot of chances in such a short time.
They had the greatest chances and not a lot of time. Believe me, I know great chances. Over to the top of the
Joe
zone.
Biden.
So back over to the near corner. We might need to talk to our Dugbot friend. But over to the center ice area, centering it up into the defensive end of the Senators, where Ottawa's going to move it back out. Cleared back by Anaheim. And played back by Ullmark behind the net to the near side along the boards. Sending it up through center, not able to connect, taken back by the Ducks. Over to the far side, Hellison trying to send it back in behind the net to the near side. He does. Connecting with Minchikov, now to Carlson, wing to wing. Taken back and punched out by the Senators. Giving chase here is Minchikov. Down low, being held up along the boards a little bit. Kicked up, maintained by Nick Cousins. A shot from the point, denied and saved by Ville Husso.
And these two ones, Ottawa and Anaheim, did any of them play yesterday?
No. Only 4 teams played yesterday. LA, New York Islanders. The Islanders lost to the Kings. And then the Oilers played the Blues.
I just was wondering in terms of resting, as the game goes further on, if there's a team that would get tired more because they played yesterday.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. But there is a player I'm keeping an eye on here for a goal or an assist, a point of any kind. Back at Seneca. He's gone 4 games without a point. His last point was on March 4th against the Islanders. So keep an eye on him.
Important, or is that why you say that? Is he the leading point getter in their team?
He's not really the leading point getter, but again, if I pull up Beckett Seneca, right? Let me go to here. Beckett Seneca. I go to his game log, right? Usually he's good for a point, maybe a 3-game skid here.
He's been good for points relatively consistently. He's gone
a point every 4 games.
A point every 2 games, give or take.
Okay.
A point every 1 to 2 games. So the occasional 3-game skid. This is the longest skid we've seen out of him in a hot minute. So here we go.
How many games is it?
4.
4.
So if it extends past today, it goes to a 5-game skid for Beckett Seneca. So keep an eye out on him. We got a whistle for an icing on the Senators. But yeah, keep an eye on number 45 for Anaheim when he's out there on the ice.
I'm putting him on a point watch.
Peach, what happened to the Penguins?
Crosby hurt. Gino suspended.
Struggles. That's really what it is.
Basically coming back to reality. They weren't supposed to be this good this year.
It's coming back to the original expectations, but it's mostly due to lack of talent, lack of star talent, lack of the veterans that know the team, that are the team.
Well, I think some of those veterans also were able to maintain control and set things up.
Absolutely.
For that. So now you don't have that. So
yeah.
But also another penalty.
Yes, sir.
Ottawa penalty.
I couldn't hear it, but it's hooking. Thankfully, I know that signal. The 2 for hooking on Atram Zub. Yep, that's a bit of a hook. Since that 5-0 beatdown at Vegas, they're 1-5. Yes, and that's because they overperformed in that. But also
the loss of Gino in that time.
So that's the other thing as well. They lost Gino shortly after that one in the not the Devils, the Sabres game. That's what it was. So Gino's coming back here, I think, after this game. Sid, I think, traveled with the team. He's traveling with the team on this road trip. So there's a chance he gets activated off IR at some point during this trip before they go back to Carolina. There's a chance. But here we go. Through center, Lacombe on a pass into the offensive end. Down low, shot denied by Ullmark. Nice job by Linus
to hold firm and hold steady.
In his blanket.
Oh my God. Man, but if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it. Let's see if we can hit 5 likes on the stream, man. Let's see if we can start small. So the Ducks trying to control
steps, right?
Yes.
Over to the near side, along the boards, Jackson Lacombe through center into the neutral zone to the offensive end. Somehow that was onside. Recentering to the point, keeping it in. Down low, Leo Carlson shot denied by Allmark. To the far side, getting to it now, back up to the point to Lacombe.
Yep.
Passing across, deflected. Here comes Ottawa with speeds. Tim Stutzel trying to control it, working around. Played by Huso over to the near side. Nice job by Stutzel. I forgot to put the power play graphic up.
Think of being hungry, right?
Stutzel? True. No. No. Evgeny Malkin, Gino. He got suspended 5 games because he tried to give Rasmus Anderson a hug for trying to cross-check him late, and he didn't like it. But over to the near side, from the point, is Mikael Granlund driving it in, and front center shot denied. And here come the Ottawa Senators, 2-on-1 the other way with speed, shorthand to the near side, wrapping it around, denied by Huso, still loose, and we got a whistle. That was a dangerous area.
Call.
That's going to be on Anaheim. Well, it was more than that. Like, he went at the head and neck and, like, tried to rip off Rasmus Anderson's head to a point. But the NHL has the same thing as the NFL. A wheel of punishment. You do wrong, spin the wheel of punishment to determine what you actually get. Because that was a 5-game suspension. And take a wild guess what's his name got for Anaheim? Oh my gosh, what's his name? Radko Gudas. Guess what Radko Gudas got for going out of his way to intentionally put knee-to-knee contact on Austin Matthews? Take a wild guess. Was it mayhaps a 5-game suspension? It was! So Gino could have essentially taken out Rasmus Anderson's knee and gotten the same punishment. So why didn't he at that point? Oh my gosh. Like, I swear, the NHL has a wheel of punishments, just like the NFL. So over to the near side, 8 seconds of 4-on-4 time after the slashing call against the Ducks. Over to the far side, trying to wrestle it away to the near side, they go. And the Ducks out of their own end now, Ottawa on the power play. As the Ducks sending it wide to the near corner, rebound shot denied, and the puck goes out of play with 1:38 to go on the Ottawa power play. 1:50 to go here in the first period.
Almost takes them to the end of the period.
Yeah.
Power play, unless something changes.
True. Oh, man. But I want to see something when we hit the intermission. I want to try something. I want to see if I can do something. But over to the near side, down low, the Senators with it behind the net. Wing to wing to the near side. Trying to pass back, trying to create a little bit of room here. And sending it up the other way. Never mind. Ottawa going to take it back to center ice. Trying to move it around through center. Tim Stutzel to the far side on a pass. Taken back by the Ducks. They're going to clear the zone effectively. You need
that in the background of this power play.
Yes. You know what? At this point, where is it? We're doing it. Because the Senators power play is just a clown show at this point. So over to the far side, here come the Ducks. All right. Let's see. Is this what I'm looking for? Yep, here we go. So a shot for the Senators, and the Ducks are going to clear it out. So here we go, wing to wing across to the far side. 26 seconds to go on the Ottawa power play. Ready to roll. Sending it around, back into the corner, down low, in front of the net. Chance shot by Stutzel, gloved by Huso, with 17 seconds to go here on the power play. This is my thoughts of the Ottawa power play right now, if I'm being completely honest. You guys hear my thoughts live. Because they don't know how to power play today. They are letting the Ducks absolutely commit domestic violence against them. So. Oh my gosh. So over to the far side, the Ducks gonna go ahead and move it out the other way. And gonna be back in behind the net of Houston to the far side. Play it out the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full strength. And over to the near side. Shot denied. Wide left over to the far side. 8 to go in the period. 7-6. 5 in front of the net. Shot denied. 3, 2. Shot again denied. 1. And that is how the first period will come to a close with the score. The Ottawa Senators, nothing. The Anaheim Ducks, nothing.
One thing I could say with Ottawa, though, is I think they had the better chances this period than Anaheim.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can't get much better than an empty net chance. So
they keep getting that, they will score.
Yeah, that's the thing. But the shots on goal, 11-5, favoring the Senators. Malcolm was justified. That's what I'm saying, man. Gino did not deserve the same punishment as Ratko Gudas. Let me see if I can find that Rasmus Dahlin incident again. Let's see here. Let me see. Where is the video? I know there's video out there. Was this it? Yeah.
like, I think he was justified, bro. He had Rasmus Dahlin had a late hit on him.
He was just standing up for his own ground, bro.
But that swinging of the right there, that one right there, that's what caused it. That stick swing right to his head.
But like a 5-game for that, and yet an intentional knee-to-knee contact, which is known to be the most dangerous contact in hockey.
Oh, and then he hit his head again. It's that one, and then if you keeping it going, it's right there. Or,
He didn't hit the head on that one.
yeah,
I mean, come on.
but
But I want to see something here. I want to see.
I mean, I think it should have been a suspension. Yes, I don't know.
Especially for a player like Gino, who's not a
Known dirty player.
Yeah, but he pulled it back and hit, so it wasn't like, oh, my stick got up and accidentally hit him. You know,
it was a dirty play by a non-dirty player.
It was intent.
2 or 3. I would say 2 to 3. 5 is more of a repeat offense.
Oh my gosh, bro! You have to like. Oh,
the
that
other
sucks.
thing you have to think about on that too, Jason, is this: if they're trying to eliminate this,
I guess.
you know, putting a 5-game to say, hey, look, we're cracking down on this. You better not do this, people. You know, might be the reasoning why.
I guess, but still, it sucks, you know.
It sucks, but I think if they're cracking down on that, and they're seeing too much of that high sticking that they want to crack it down. That might be the reasoning.
Okay, let me see. I want to try and find one here. I want to see if I can find a GeoGuessr that is NHL Arenas. Okay. Bro.
They like ruined GeoGuessr by making
Making it a paid thing, but I'm debating if I actually want to do it because
What
like
is that?
GeoGuessr.
Yeah, what is it?
hold on.
No idea.
Let me go.
GeoGuessr? What is it guessing?
Here's an example of GeoGuessr. In fact, you know what? Shut up. I don't know if that's
Geography
copyright.
guesser?
Let's go over to... I think this is the one I want. And let me change you to... right here. This is GeoGuessr.
Huh?
This is GeoGuessr. You have to figure out where in the world you are using Google Maps. Oh, shoot, there's a time limit. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize I put a time limit on this. These look like American type power lines. I've seen those kinds of lines before. This could be out in like Arizona.
I'm thinking west. Yeah.
But it could be anywhere in the world, so it could also be not America. But I think these roads are too good for it to be really anywhere else. I'm just trying to see if there's like any signage, anything that's going to tell us anything. This could be Nevada. Corrections. That's in English. That is definitely in English.
I'm thinking Texas. It could be down south of Texas. You know, Alamo area somewhere, you know, down there.
This is probably not even America, if I'm being honest. I mean, this could literally be even like Middle Eastern. Problem is, there's no signage. I'm showing my dad GeoGuessr while we're here, but I'm gonna just throw this as like Arizona, New Mexico. Ooh, that was out. Oh my gosh. That, I told you it could have been anywhere. And it was out in Oman. Oh my gosh. Pizza!
Pizza?
Yeah, come na volta. This looks like it might be like Italy. Yeah, this is definitely European, looking at the signage.
Well, wait a minute. Where's that at?
Express Pizza Venezia. I want to say this is Italy. Let's see, what does this add here? Yeah, this is definitely Italian. Libraccio. It's got to be Italy. I'm gonna just throw like somewhere near San Marino, I guess. It was Rome. I should have went Rome. All roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome. That's not bad though, considering it could have been anywhere in the world. 136 East. Oh, this is Quebec. Is this Quebec? Is this Quebec? This is Quebec.
Look at the where's the steering wheel in the car.
Yes, I did. I already did that. Okay. The question is where in Quebec? Where in Quebec? We're definitely in Quebec though. This could be Montreal. This could be Montreal. Yeah, that's Quebec. At least I saw. At least I'm like, that sounds French. That sounds French. And then I saw the little like floofy things. I'm like, okay, that's French. That's French Canada, which Quebec is known for French. I'm just gonna guess this is Montreal. I don't really have. It could be Toronto, or no, it's not Toronto. This is too. It's too suburban for Toronto. Bingo! Bingo! That was Montreal. That's how you do it, man. Bro, there's only 3. Oh, that sucks. Like, I'm honestly debating if I want to, like, actually get GeoGuessr and, like, maybe occasionally do, like, GeoGuessr streams. Like, that is, like, awesome. I actually do love it. Let's see. What's Puckdoku got? Let's go to Puckdoku.
Oh, look, somebody else is doing the live stream.
What?
Somebody called JasonsRealm.
Oh my gosh, Dad. Oh my gosh.
Woo!
You know what? No, I don't want that. We're gonna do this. Let's just play. Fire. Ghoul. We're gonna do some. Oh, well, that's great. Oh my gosh. Latte? Oh. What is this word? LE. Something 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 LE. Enable. Nope. Able's too short. Mabel? What is this? Fable. It's not actually going to be Fable. But oh my gosh. Bro!
They're saying it wasn't intentional.
That's BS. It was the most intentional I've ever seen. I gotta just do this to get some information. Oh my gosh. I don't like this. AN blank LE. Ankle. That was close. That was close. Oh my gosh. Let me see here real quick. Let me take a look at something real quick. Where is you? There we go. Man. Let's see. What other cool, like, what are like some of the other ones? Like, I'm almost debating if I want to get GeoGuessr. I mean, it's not terrible. It's only like $4 a month. I'm debating if I want to actually do that, because, like, I don't know. Compare plans. Okay. Limited play. No. Bro, play 5. They used to have the basic for free. They used to have basic as free. Yeah, I might actually, like, get this. And just do the yearly. Because it is fun to do on occasion. I don't know. I don't know. Where's the other one here? This is the other one I always did. Worldle is one of the other ones I always did. Oh, come on. You can't make it any easier than that. That's Chile. They can't make it easier.
They could.
What?
USA.
Well, that's what Travel USA is for. The most streamlined path from Washington to Illinois. It's going to include Idaho. Then from there, is it going to be Wyoming? I would think. From Wyoming, you go through South Dakota. Wait a minute. Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Yeah, Nebraska, because that links directly into Illinois, which goes. I think South Dakota also connects with Illinois, or Iowa, but there we go. I'm smart. I'm smart. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's some of the stuff I like to do. Let's see Immaculate Grid NFL. We also open this here real quick. Close. Okay. GeoGuessr. They're baiting you.
The only thing they need to do is change this Jets logo to a Bucks logo. Then they're literally baiting you for Tom Brady and all these. Oh, man. I don't know who
else would fill these boxes. I really don't know. We'll check in on that later.
Oh, man. But yeah, we are rolling here at the end of the first period. What are your thoughts as we go into the second, Dad?
Well, see what happens there. I think you get a goal. I think Ottawa's going to score first.
Ooh, I almost forgot to check.
Ah, it's all tied up. Good guys aren't winning yet.
The good guys are not winning yet. Oh yeah, I gotta get MLB standings up in the Discord server. Gotta do that at some point. I'm kind of putting that off for a while. I really have been putting that off. Okay. Let me dive into a little bit on Money Puck here. Let's dive into this game. But currently, they're still giving Ottawa almost a 60% chance of victory. 59.47. Playoff odds, by the way, they have Anaheim at 93.9 and Ottawa at 46.2. They're holding the Penguins steady at 7.8. Or 70.8. Not 7.8. I was about to say. Man, we are getting close to some eliminations. We have not yet had mathematical eliminations yet in the NHL, but we're getting close. We are getting very, very close. Oh my gosh, 961. No, that's not right. There we go. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Nashville, what's your max point potential? Uh-oh. They have played 65 games. They have 17 to 34. What's 101? That's what happened. But yeah, we're getting close to some teams getting eliminated here. Chicago has officially been eliminated. Or
no, they have. They have, because Colorado got some wins.
so Chicago has officially been mathematically eliminated from getting the first place seed in the Central Division. Officially, mathematically. So let me go ahead and go to my playoff matrix and edit message. In conference. Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. Okay. There we go. Just making a couple of edits here as we are getting ready to work our way into the second period in a few minutes here. Ultimately, though, I think Ottawa won that period. I really do think Ottawa won that period. They got out of it without giving up a goal. Even though their power play was a literal clown show, I still think they won the period. The question is, can they keep it going? And that's where I don't know the answer to that question. Because this team needs to figure it out. So here we go. We are ready to roll. Looking at our goalies here, Ville Husso and Linus Ullmark. Okay, so center ice ready to roll for the draw. Face-off won by the Ducks into the offensive end. Seneca wing-to-wing far side shot, and the puck goes out of play. Okay. So here we go. Start of the second period. All right. 1 second here. Just finishing up a couple of things. So here we go. Face-off won by the Ducks. Beckett Seneca with the puck, driving it in, trying to pass up to the point with a chance. Leo Carlson shot goes off, a body denied over to the near side. Along the boards, Hellison with that puck, sending it up now to the point, down in towards the net, goes over to the far side. Getting to it there is going to be Minchikov behind the net, over to the far side, taken back out by the Senators. Up through center, taken back. That's Hellison to the near side, sending it into the offensive end, giving chase into the corner. And that puck going to be taken around by the Ducks in front. Shot denied. Up to the point now, over to the near side. Trouba down low. Wrapping it around now, over to the far side, trying to find somewhere to pass it to. That's going to be Killorn. Back behind the net now, up to the point, and they lose control of the zone. So here we go, the Ducks from center. Trying to punch it up on into the offensive end. And we got a whistle.
Left sides, I think.
Okay. Let me just do that and do that. There we go. So here we go. Center ice draw again. And here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks, over to the near side along the boards. Sending it up into the offensive end, over at the far side. Beckett Seneca down low, not able to fully connect. Behind the net, over to the near side. Here come the Senators. Up through center. Off the stick there, going to be sent in by Dylan Cousins, and it's going to go out of play. Man, we are really a stop-and-go second period so far. It is very much a stop-and-go period. Also, Anaheim is getting close to eliminating Vancouver mathematically from being top of the Western Pacific Division. It's not going to happen, but mathematically. So here we go to the far side. The Senators sending it down low into the corner, tied up behind the net. Trying to free it up to the far side. They'll send it. And that puck gets cleared all the way out. No icing behind the net of Allmark. With that puck, leaving it there over to the far side to Gilbert. Moving it out the other far side. Along the boards, puck taken back by the Ducks. Tied up in front of the benches, goes loose. Giving chase into the defensive end. Here come the Ducks behind the net. Tied up for that puck, goes loose to the far side. Going to be battled for by the Senators. Trying to send it around the far side. And going to be taken up by the Ducks, clearing it up to center. But the Senators back on top of it again. Now the Ducks through center. Into the offensive end. Beckett Seneca on a pass. Trying to center across. And going to get pushed back up. Seneca shot denied. Over to the far side along the boards. What?
I don't know if it got through to the goalie.
Yeah, I don't think it did either, but it was denied before it got there.
Yep.
So here we go, hipping into the offensive end and taken back by the Senators, cleared all the way out, played off of the stick of Ville Husso, over to the far side, moving it out the other way. Here comes the off of the stick of Ian Moore, across to the near side, into the offensive end they go, down behind the net, taken back by the Senators along the near side. Tied up for that puck is going to be Nicholas Matanpalo. Over to the far side, moved out by the Ducks by Harkins. To the point, trying to pass it across to the far side, driving shot! Oh, I thought that was a goal chance again! Open net! Denied! Oh my gosh! That net on the right end is just...
No, I don't know whether it's an open net or whether he caught back there just in time.
I don't know if he did, but it was very, very daggone close.
It was their best chance.
Oh my gosh. So many quality chances on that specific net so far.
Offsides.
Yep.
Watch this. I think he got over in time. Watch.
Let's see. That was where I thought they scored.
But look, see how he
Yeah, he
got over
just
there.
barely got there in time,
Yeah.
but still, many quality chances at that end of the ice. So, ready to roll to the near side. The Senators going to punch it up. Uh-oh, that was Shabbat. Over to the near side, over to the far down low, tied up for that puck. Trying to move it to the point, goes back into the neutral zone. Over to the near side, tied up again for that puck, coming loose at center. Taken, here's your chance with speed, passing across. He shoots and scores! Artrem Zub putting the Senators on the board first here, making it 1-0 so far here. 16:06 to go. Was it him or was it Amadeo? Let me take a look here. It might have been Amadeo. Yeah, it was Amadeo. I saw the 2 and I thought it was just a 2, but no, it was 22. So, sorry, the goal is not Atram Zub, it's Michael Amadeo getting credit on that goal. So, Ottawa strikes first.
But that was almost not a goal.
Yeah.
He got a block and came back and hit the post and screamed in.
Yeah. But it's still a nice job there. Finally, the Senators getting on the board. And that puck gets cleared up. Played by Husso to the near side. Maintained now by Ottawa. Trying to send it in front. Chance denied. Over to the far side. Along the boards, a Duck gets laid out. Slow to get up. Shot. Loose in front of the net again. And going to be played up by Husso. And getting on top of it and freezing that puck up. So a bit of extracurricular there. Zetterlund getting into it a little bit. Just a little bit with the Ducks. It was that hit right there. Zetterlund absolutely decking out Ryan Poehling. He decked him out into last year, and Poehling did not like that. He took exception to that.
That should have been a penalty.
Yeah, they think that was a blindside hit, which would have been a penalty. So here we go, ready to roll. We got a near side faceoff. And going to be won by the Ducks. No, taking Senators in front, shot denied. Over to the far side, Brady Tkachuk sending it behind the net towards the near side. Along the boards, the Ducks freeing it up, coming back up the other way. Here comes a chance behind the net. And the Senators trying to move it out from behind. Allmark, they do for now to the near side. Clearing it up, but the Ducks have it. Never mind, the Senators into the offensive end in front. Chance, shot, denied. Nice job, Ville Husso, to see the patience of the shooter and deny the clear shot. Over to the near side, the Ducks gonna try and move it out. Intercepted by Ottawa. They play it back up into the offensive end and tied over to that far corner. Along the boards, moving it out, and it's up through center. So here come the Senators out of their own end. Ready to roll. So playing that puck now. And over to the far side. Moving it up. Along the boards. Bodies colliding, puck gets jarred behind the net, over towards the near side, played up by Jacob Trouba along the boards, trying to keep it in is going to be Dennis Gilbert. Tied up for that puck over to the far side, moved out by the Ducks, off the stick of Zellweger. Now across the other way, here come the Senators into the offensive end in front with that puck. Working it to the top of the zone from Batherson and into the neutral zone over to the near side. Played by Shabbat. Into the offensive end, he sends it behind Husso. Playing that puck is over to the far side, gets cleared all the way up. So gonna get to it is going to be Thomas Shabbat. Over to the near side, behind the net, down low, looking for some room. He makes the pass. Back again to Shabbat. Into the offensive end, he's trying to drive, losing control of it. The Ducks take it back for now. Over to the near side, along the boards. Moving it up through center, taken back by the Senators. And behind the net of Husso to the far side, plays it around to the near along the boards. Trying to punch it back in. The Senators trying to maintain the zone. Trying to maintain that presence, maintain that pressure. And that puck gets cleared up. Taken back by the Senators out of their own defensive end to the near side. Off of the stick of Jordan Spence. And moving it up now the near side boards into the offensive end. He sends it. Excuse me. Over to the far side, back on in behind the net towards the near, and we got the puck up to the top of the zone. To be played by Clevin, wing to the far side, sending it, shot denied by Huso, and that puck is going to get cleared all the way out, so far back, in fact, that the Senators got to clear back. Into the offensive end, Spence with a shot goes wide left, over to the near side, down low, trying to battle out for that puck. In there for the Senators is going to be Dylan Cousins, tied up alongside other members of the Ducks like Ryan Paling. That puck coming loose in Anaheim, moving it out the other way to the far side through center, and a Duck goes spinning out. Over to the far side, nice collisions in front of the benches, and we got a whistle. What's that whistle for? Puck play with a high stick? Or are we going to power play? I saw the signal for kind of like a high stick. So either it was played with a high stick or we got a high stick. Gonna be one of the two. We'll see what happens when we get back. But they're stepping away for commercial.
Commercial time!
Dad, you want to talk to Dougbot?
About what?
Ask Dougbot a question. Wait, hold on. I'll tell you when. Talk to Dougbot when I tell you, man. We'll see what he has to say. Introduce him to the game, what we're covering. You know. Here we go. Go ahead and ask him. You are live.
Dougbot, what is the chance that Anaheim will come back and beat Ottawa today?
Let's see. Let's see what he has to say. Dougbot could say literally anything, so.
I'm sure it's going to have something to do with Bossy.
Bratwurst,
yeah.
Let's see, we got Pax
Jason,
with us.
Listen, let's talk about the Anaheim Ducks. I mean, the Ducks quacked their way to beating Ottawa today. Let me tell you, it's always great to see a California team get a win. Tremendous effort by the Ducks. They've shown they're not just waddling around on the ice. Now, coming back, it's like getting folks to admit that the Jets are the best NFL team. But they can do it. More wins, just like today, and they'll keep flying high. Trust me, if they keep this up, they could be setting themselves up to be a real contender. MAGA for Ducks hockey. Let's see the momentum carry on.
Not what I would have expected. We got Pax with us saying Ottawa sucks. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Ottawa's holding their own right now over Anaheim. Both teams had very much quality chances at both ends. But here we go. Face-off won by Anaheim. Wing to the near side. Punching it up through center. Puck taken back by Ottawa. Up through the center ice to the offensive end. Pass deflected. Nice use of the stick there defensively there for the Ducks. Along the boards to the near side. Trying to move that puck around. Down low. Still tied up into the corner. Along the boards, up to the point, shot, denied, loose on the rebound, in front of the net, chance, denied again, not quite getting there, and that puck is going to get cleared up by the Ducks. Wing-to-wing pass into the offensive end, centering it again, driving it down low, shot in front, denied, loose again in front, shot, still loose, did that cross the plane? No! But we got a penalty. Oh, man, I thought we had a goal for a second there. Did you see that? Watch this. From the angle, it looked like it might have almost crossed the plane. Right there. But Ottawa's going to the sin bin. Dun 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 dun. What's good, Bagel? What's good, Bagel? You coming to say hello? You coming to say hello, huh? Come here. Come on. Come on, you can say hello. Yeah. What you doing? What you doing? Saying hello to the peoples. All the peoples. Huh. So here we go. The Ducks from the point. Lacombe over to the far side board, centering it back again. Down low from Lacombe. Center shot denied. Loose in front. And the Senators trying to move it out the other way. And they'll clear it out to the neutral zone, trying to move it back to the near side. Here come the Ducks. Through center, Jackson Lacombe passing back, trying to create some offense over to the near side. Pass deflected, giving chase. Lacombe with that puck out of his own end. Beckett Seneca out there as well, alongside Leo Carlson, Gauthier, and Ryder are your 5 on the ice. Carlson to the near side, able to connect in front with Gauthier. Back to Carlson, shot loose in front to the far side for Seneca. Back up to the point, Lacombe. Lacombe to Seneca, pass deflected, and moving out. Here come the Ottawa Senators with a chance. 3-on-3 into the zone, shot. He scores! What a goal!
I'm not sure.
We'll see.
They're thinking that it could be.
No, it's a goal.
No, it could be interference.
I don't think that was goalie interference, man.
I don't think that was goalie interference. Was that goalie interference, Bagel, huh?
Watch towards the end there, Jason. The guy right over there, coming right on in there with. Maybe not.
No, he didn't even touch the blue paint.
But he's pushing him. There he is. See.
Yeah, but that's not going to be enough for goalie interference. The goalie was out of his crease.
He was actually in the blue.
Yeah, but the part of the goalie was out of the crease is the thing.
So we'll see. Is Anaheim going to try and challenge?
If Anaheim challenges this, they lose their power play potentially. They're challenging? So Anaheim could lose their power
he hit
play.
the skate while he was in the blue. See, right? There. See, that's interference right there in the blue. He's in the blue. The skate is in the blue.
Yeah.
What you doing, Bagel? What you doing? Up here.
They say it's got to be goalie interference.
Well, we'll see here.
Right there.
Yeah, maybe there by Tim Stussel.
Yeah, that's what I was.
You have something to say to the people, huh? Do you have a message to tell the people? What are you doing, huh? Shilly. See, they're taking a look again. There is a little bit of a push by Stutzel into
Right there.
Husso's skate.
So he's not able to push off of that right skate to get to make the save.
Whoa! Call on the ice stands, goal stands. So Anaheim losing the rest of their power play. Because Anaheim's going to get charged a bench minor. So Ottawa's going to have a minute of power play after this. Wow. That was a big risk by the Ducks, and it did not pay off. Wow. Husso was like, bro, what? Bro, what? Wow. So Ottawa going to take a 2-0 lead, a minute 1 of 4-on-4. Wow.
So here we go, taking a look at Ville Husso as he is skating around his crease.
And he's talking about, hey, there's something wrong with it.
I think it's more so just because he's upset about
No,
that call.
I think it was interference.
Yeah,
He did.
but he's like, oh no, the goal, there's something wrong with the net. I think that's more so out of frustration, if I'm being honest.
Because there is a case on that.
But the NHL does not know what goalie interference is.
So, it's like what's a catch in the NFL? So here we go, over to the far side, back in behind the net, the Ducks. With that puck, Lacombe looking to move it around to the far side, up through center, and trying to recenter it here to the near side to
I
Lacombe.
was going to get, because they're going to try and make it even up. Watch.
What do you mean? Over to the far side with a chance.
They're going to try to, they're going to.
Side shot denied by Husso.
But you're not finishing a thought.
They're gonna try to. They're gonna.
Well, they're going to try if there's a call that it could go either way. They're going to give it to the Anaheim.
Well, we'll see.
Try to even it up.
Well, we'll see. Here we go. Over to the near side. Back down low. with that puck over to the far side along the boards. Moving it out now, Zub centering. Up through center. Over to the near side, Ottawa's on the power play. On the attack, down low, over to the near side, played up by the Ducks. And they're going to clear it all the way out, back in behind the net of Ullmark. Over to the near side, moving it out.
Anaheim needs to score before the end of this period.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to get out of hand. Bad. Yeah, over to the near side, down low, Stützle with that puck, taking a big shot against the boards. Yowzers, I believe that was up against, who did he dish that out? Who dished that out? It might have been Minchikov dishing that hit out. Over to the far side, over to the near, the Ducks trying to move it out. Anyone else think that second goal was offsides? I don't know that it wasn't offside. There might have been goalie interference. I didn't see the offside, but they weren't focusing on the potential offsideness of the goal because they were focused on the goalie interference.
I didn't look. I mean,
so,
it could have been. I don't know.
Potentially. And a shot, loose chance in front of the net for the Senators, and the puck goes wide to the far side. Big physicality, aggressive goal chancing, and moving it around from the point to the near side on a pass. Back up to the point. Driving it in now with a chance for the Senators. But that second goal definitely was a bit fishy. So over to the near side. Down low, centering it, and moving it out is the Ducks. Power play did expire, by the way, for the Senators. Back in, down low, playing that puck along the boards to the near side, Shabbat. Clearing it up through center into the offensive end, played by Huso to the far side. And moving it around the other way, here come the Ducks. Back out of their own end, wing to wing, over to the far side, through center into the offensive end, and taken back by the Senators. Behind the net to the near side from Spence, able to connect, moving it out the other way into the offensive end, played by Huso to the far side. The Ducks trying to clear out of their zone from the near side. They will. Can they control it? They do for now. Through center to the offensive end with a chance, a shot. And that puck is going to go high and out of play after being redirected. A nice little chance there. That was McTavish, I believe, that had the chance there. But with 7:27 to go, the Ottawa Senators are holding on to a 2-0 lead.
Might be all they need. Two goals.
Well, Anaheim's playing today. It very well might be, because Anaheim is playing flatter than a flat tire. You like that bed, Bagel, huh? I think Bagel likes the bed. All right. Over on the other side of the pillows. Huh, you like that, Bagel? You comfortable? Man, but yeah. That's kind of where we sit here. Ottawa just absolutely manhandling. What? Is this true? Okay. I was about to say, but still. I mean, I would appreciate it because, well, you know, Baltimore sucks. But, Elmer Glue Guy Soderblom is what they're calling him. The terrible decision from the ref on the second goal. That was that was a fishy goal. I mean, there was definitely a push off against Huso in his own crease. I didn't see it at first, but on the replays, you can see he gets pushed off by the skate. The problem is the NHL has no clue what goalie interference is. The NHL could see the clearest case of a guy taking, let's say, an M9 and hitting the goalie in the chest. That's not goalie interference. But then you breathe on the goalie when they dare try to make a save. Nope, that's goalie interference. I mean, there's no standards. You know what I mean? One would think the rules would tell you what goalie interference is, but it's like a catch in the NFL. Nobody knows. Is it a catch? Nobody knows. Okay. So apparently, the Wild are in contact with the Leafs about tomorrow's game. Decision will be made later today. Depends if it's safe for the Leafs to get into Minnesota late tonight as they play in Buffalo. So we'll see what happens there. But we'll see. Taking a look at the Ducks head coach. And let's see. We got a near side circle face-off. 5-on-5 hockey. 7:27 to go here in the second period. Taking the draw is going to be Cutter Gauthier up against Lars Eller. And over to the near side, taking it, centering pass, shot denied for the Ducks. Wrapping it around to the far side from the point, taking it into the neutral zone to the near side. Punching it back into the offensive end, down to the corner. That's going to be played there by Shabbat over to the near side. And trying to move it around off of the stick of Amadio. Taken back by the Ducks out of their own end, wing to wing and back again. Into the offensive end. To the near corner, down low, along the boards. That's Akram Zub. And that's going to get cleared up by the Senators. Loose puck to the far side. Kept in by Amadio behind the net of Huso. Moving it around to the near side. Here come the Ducks. Cutter Gauthier, chance, shot denied. Wide left, or wide right. Over to the near side, or far side boards. Down low, here come the Senators. From down low, over to the near side, punching it up the other way. Here comes your chance for Fogle. Into the offensive end, trying to work it around, taken back by Beckett Seneca. Over to the far side, moving it around to the near side, off of the stick there of Mikhail Granlund. Giving chase Seneca, down into the corner, over to the far side. Moving it out now and around the corner. Puck goes loose, tied up, taken back by the Ducks to the point. Cycling it around to the near side. Off the stick of Ian Moore, shot wide right. Over to the far side, sending it up again along the boards, down to the corner behind the net. Puck goes loose. Over to the far side, going to be played off the stick of Jordan Spence. And here come the Senators going the other way with it. Jake Sanderson passing up into the offensive end, giving chase. That's going to be off the stick of Ian Moore. Over to the near side comes Moore. Moving it up through center into the offensive end. Shot is going to be gloved by Linus Olmark, and we'll have a face-off in the near side circle. And everybody's going to start pushing and shoving, but it's not quite yet a good old Southern hoedown. So we'll see. We will see. Okay. So let's see. Let's take a look at this. So what are your thoughts so far, Dad, as we get ready to roll through the rest of the second period?
I think, just needs to get it on the board before the end of the period. I think, cut it in half. Or it could be a long third period.
I would say they need to stop the bleeding and get into some sort of a groove. Get some persistent attacks. You don't need the goal yet, but if you can get into some consistent attacks, sustained attacks, Anaheim's right back in this game. But if they can't do that, that's a problem. So, we'll see what they have to say here. Oh, man. But these next few minutes, these next 5:39 are going to be critical to the rest of this game. Absolutely critical. And those things. So goalies can be tripped now while they're saying exactly. I mean, the thing is, Jay Little, I've gotten past the whole frustration. I've moved from frustration to disappointment with the NHL. There is no idea as to what goalie interference is. Let me do something here real quick. Let me do something here, because at least with an NFL catch, you can rationalize it. It literally feels like this. They spin a wheel in Toronto. Goalie interference. Let me see. That's the video rule book. I don't want videos. I want the actual rule book. NHL rule book. Let me see. So I could find 24, 25. I want 25. 25, 26. Okay. Let me download the rule book here. We're going to dive into this at the intermission. So over to the near side. Moving it out the other way. Here come the Senators 2-on-1 into the offensive end. Trying to center pass. Nice use of the body there for the Ducks. Nice job. That one going to be by, I believe that was Vetrano. Nice job on being able to play that puck.
Over now to, or it might have been Killorn. But either way, over to the near side, along the boards. Tied up for that puck, coming up the other way. The Senators trying to race for it. Over into the offensive end to the near side. Brady Tkachuk, shot denied, loose again, in front of the net! And that puck goes loose to the near side, and recentered, taken out by Anaheim. Wow. So up through center into the offensive end. They're going to send it, taken back by the Senators, by Shabbat. Over to the near side, centering pass from Stützle. Over to the far side, moved out now by the Ducks. To the near side, into the offensive end. That's going to be off of VL's passing shot. Not quite going to go. Over to the far side, recentering Stützle with that puck, driving it, losing it behind the net. Over to the near side, here come the Ducks. With that puck over to the far side, and we got a whistle.
It's out of play.
Yep, let's see here. Let's see, interference. Oh, man. So here we go. To the near side, here come the Ducks. Moving it up into the offensive end, giving chase. Jeffrey VL into the corner. Big collision into the glass. Over to the near side. Here come the Ottawa Senators. Through center, off the stick of Lars Eller, losing control of it. Eller going to chase it down. Trying to find somewhere to go along the far side. He sends it, connecting with Spence. Along the boards, into the offensive end. Trying to move it around into the corner. Over to the near side. Down low. That's Eller getting to it to the far side. Able to connect temporarily, but not for a long time. Over there to Fogle, and recentered by the Ducks. Over to the near side, 3:45 to go here in the second period. Centering pass intercepted. Over to the near side, a down low chance, and that could be a trip, but they're not going to get a call for it for the Senators. Over to the near side, Jeffrey VL going to center pass, taken back by the Senators. Up into the offensive end. It's just passing for the Ducks. Passing is just not doing the Ducks any favors. But back up to the top of the zone, sending it down for the Senators to the point now with a chance of shot. Not going to make it to the net. Here come the Ducks. Can they get some crisp passing? They're going to dump it into the offensive end. Behind the net, over to the near side. Playing it out the other way, off the stick of Clevin, off of Susla, over to the far side, down low, chance. Trying to find somewhere to go. Big pressure by Minchikov. And going to be played into the corner, tied up again. Puck going to come loose, back up to the point. Shot goes wide left. And trying to move it around. To the near side, centering, and taken back by the Senators in the neutral zone. Dumping it into the offensive end, played by Huso to the far side, the Ducks. Centering it up into the offensive, or neutral zone, sorry. And it's taken back by Amadio. And the Ducks trying to wrestle it back out of their own end. They will for now, along the boards. Centering pass up out into the offensive end, into the near corner, chasing for that puck. Along the boards, 2:20 to go here in the second period. Tied up for that puck into that corner. And still trying to find out how that puck's going to get freed. Okay. So, let's see. Moving it around now to the far side. The Senators punching it into the offensive end, but the Ducks take it right back. Hellison over to the near side. Into the offensive end. He sends it along the boards to the far side, down into the corner. Moving it around. Really? From the point to the far side, shot denied, loose in front of the net, and a down Senator. We're gonna have a whistle here. And whoa, hello, Zellweger getting into it there with Cousins, and now Vetrano gets into it. Everybody grab your partner, swing them round and round. It's time for a good old Southern hoedown. Vetrano getting into it with a ref. Everybody's grabbing partners, and it's eventually going to get broken up. But Vetrano's going to get 2. He might even get 5. Cousins might get 2. Cousins might get 2 for roughing. Vetrano could get a 10-minute game misconduct here for that, because he came in super late. Zellweger is going to get 2 probably. Him and Cousins are probably going to get 2 because they tried to get at it. They didn't actually fight. But Vetrano coming in late and throwing him to the ground, it's going to be a penalty, but it could be a 10-minute game misconduct too. So we'll see. Let me
Couple roughing minors only.
Yeah, I was saying couple roughing minors. Penalties. Yeah, no, Vetrano and Cousins were the only ones that got roughing. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a penalty there for that. Where was I? I was trying to dive through the NHL rulebook.
Isn't he supposed to not cover his puck with a hand?
Yeah, but he blocked the shot and he was down, so it took him a minute to get up. And everybody was poking at him. It was not that he was intentionally, like, freezing the puck. It's that he blocked the shot, the puck was getting unmovable under him, and they kept trying to wrestle.
Well, they said he put his hand over the puck. That's the case.
Well, either way, we got 4-on-4 hockey. And that 4-on-4 will take us into the third period with 1:22 to go. 150 on the 4-on-4. Over to the far side, the Ducks. Trying to work with that puck is going to be Ian Moore. Over to the near side. Passing it up through center into the neutral zone. Going to pass across from Leo Carlson. Tied up along the boards. Moving out by the Senators. Into the offensive end. They send it into the corner behind Husso. Over to the far side from Lacombe. 53 seconds to go in the second. Over to Lacombe to the near side. Moving it up through center and trying to punch it up on into the offensive end to the far side. Along the boards. Now to the near side. Puck gets moved up by the Senators into the offensive end with a chance. Shot gets knocked to the net. Gets knocked off before it goes to the net. 32 seconds to go here in the period. Over to the near side. Here come the Ducks. Working with that puck. Who's going to win? Boston or Capital? Boston or Capital? Is that later? That's later on today, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Go Capitals.
Oh my gosh, a chance shot loose in front of Husso. And the Senators are going to come away with it now, way back from the net. Working with it, Stützle driving it, losing control, and Stützle ends up taking out a Duck as he slides himself out. So here we go. That does take us to the end of the second period with the score. The Ottawa Senators 2, the Anaheim Ducks nothing.
What are your thoughts on the explosive second period, Dad?
It looks like Anaheim's going to lose this.
Man, but Vincent, to answer your question,
I would say Boston is probably more primed to win because they have more to play for, number one, than Washington. Washington is fighting for their playoff lives, but they're not going to make it because they've played too many games. They have too few games left. And Washington just got, I think, their big win recently. So I'm taking Boston on that one.
I am taking
Boston. I want
Boston.
to win. I want Washington to win.
Let's see, Rule 69, page 101. So we're going to go to page 101, interference on the goalkeeper. Okay. Where's page 101? That is... Here we go. Rule 69. Nice. Interference on the goalkeeper. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I want to go through this with you guys. Let's go over... Where is it? Screen recording. We're going to read the rule. We are going to read the rule. Where are you? Chrome. Where are you, Chrome? No, I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it here. Let's see, it's hunting for Immaculate Grid, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So let me just drag this into here. Okay. So here we go. Here's our goalie interference rule. And don't worry about Flyers, Maple Leafs. Let me actually change that real quick. Information, properties. of Ducks Senators. Here at the second. And third. There we go. So, Rule 69, interference on a goalkeeper. We're going to go through this rule here and break it down bit by bit. This rule, or 69.1, interference on the goalkeeper. This rule is based on the premise that an attacking player's position, whether inside or outside the crease, should not by itself determine whether a goal should be allowed or disallowed. In other words, goals scored while attacking players are standing in the crease may, in appropriate circumstances, be allowed. Refer to Rule 69.7, for example. Goals should be disallowed only if, number one, an attacking player, either by his positioning or contact, impairs the goalkeeper's ability to move freely within his crease or defend his goal, or two, an attacking player initiates intentional or deliberate contact with the goalkeeper inside or outside of his goal crease. Incidental contact with the goalkeeper will be permitted and resulting goals allowed when such contact is initiated outside of the goal crease, provided the attacking player has made a reasonable effort to avoid such contact. The rule will be enforced exclusively in accordance with on-ice judgment of the referees, but may be subject to a coach's challenge. For purpose of this rule, contact, whether incidental or otherwise, shall mean contact that is made between or among a goalkeeper and attacking players, whether by means of stick or any other body part. The overriding rationale of this rule is that a goalkeeper, is that a goalkeeper should have the ability to move freely within his goal crease without being hindered by the actions of an attacking player. If an attacking player enters the crease by his actions, impairs the goalkeeper's ability to defend his goal, and a goal is scored, the goal will be disallowed. So, based off what I'm reading, that definitely shouldn't have counted. He impacted his ability to push off. But the NHL doesn't know how to read their own rules. This has been such a problem for so long that, like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, if an attacking player has been pushed, shoved, or fouled by a defending player so as to cause him to contact with the goalkeeper, such contact will not be deemed contact initiated by the attacking player for purposes of this rule, provided the attacking player has made a reasonable effort to avoid such contact. If the defending player has been pushed, shoved, or fouled, attacking player causing the defender player to come into contact with the goalkeeper, such can be contact with attacking player. Okay, I'm not sure if apparently assessed. Okay, so attacking player, yada 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 yada. The attacking player will receive a penalty, minor or major, as referee deems appropriate in all cases. The infraction is being posed, so yeah. If an attacking player initiates contact with the goalkeeper, incidental or otherwise, while the goalkeeper is in his crease and a goal is scored, the goal will be disallowed. The NHL just doesn't know how to read.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but that's unfortunately how they do. Oh, great. The bad guys are winning. The Orioles.
I felt pretty.
Yeah, but bad guys are winning. Oh, we'll see. Bleacher Report has no clue what it's talking about. Oh my gosh. Bleacher Report published an article titled 6 Teams That Are Screwed for the Foreseeable Future. Where's the article? Where's the article? Here it is. 6 teams that are screwed for the foreseeable future. From Bleacher Report. Written April 9th, 2025. Oh my gosh. The Boston Bruins. They're in a playoff spot. The Buffalo Sabres. About that. The Nashville Predators, yeah, they're kind of screwed. They had an interesting deadline strategy. They were major sellers without much in terms of assets to sell. The Islanders. Oh my gosh. Bleacher Report. Bro, what are you doing?
Saying that they're in trouble?
Yes, for the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable.
That was written in last year, April of last year.
Okay.
So, not even a year ago, they were saying these teams were screwed for the foreseeable future. The Rangers, yes. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Oh my gosh, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh my gosh. Man. Now let's see. Taking a look here on X, seeing if there's any other news. Okay. As they are taking a look here in Ottawa during the second intermission, snowy Ottawa. So, we shall see. Okay. Yeah, just taking a look here, seeing if there's any other news. Oh my gosh. But we'll see. So, what do you think happens, Dad, in the third period? How do you think the third period goes down?
I think Ottawa's going to win this.
Yeah, but how do you think it goes down? Man. Yeah, just seeing here.
Who do you think is going to? Who do you think who's going to make it in the playoffs? What's your prediction for the NHL playoffs? Who's going to make the wild card?
If I had to make my predictions right now, I'm gonna pull this up. So, my predictions right now, as we sit, as of 2:50 p.m. Eastern on Pi Day 2026, I am taking. I do think the Pens still get a spot. I just think Columbus is a bit far. You know, Columbus could sneak in there, but the Penguins also have a shot at a wild card at that point as well. So the Penguins have a few outs. They're really, you know, I think they have too many outs right now. Especially with Crosby coming back ahead of schedule, Dino coming back. I think that they will make a top three because the Islanders have been struggling as of late, just like the Penguins. And I don't know if the Islanders get it back on track. I think the Islanders are playing way above any right they had to. So, I think the Pens are going to make top three in the Metro alongside Carolina. And I'm going to take Columbus. I'm going to take Columbus to swap with the Isles. I think the Atlantic is going to be... The Atlantic probably as set as it is. I think Tampa maybe swaps with Buffalo. But it's going to be a combination of Tampa, Buffalo, and Montreal. Probably. I like that. I like where that sits right now. There's kind of like a big divide. And I think the wild card teams are going to remain pretty set. Unless the Islanders sneak in like over Boston. But Detroit's going to make a wild card, and then it's going to come down to the Islanders or the Bruins. Is my thought on the Eastern Conference. Western Conference is pretty more straightforward. It's going to be Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota, probably in that order, out of the Central. The Pacific is where it gets a little interesting. These Ducks, I think they can still play better than Vegas, so I'm going to take them over Vegas with the Oilers. I do like where the Oilers sit. No, give me the Kings. Actually, give me the Sharks. Give me the Sharks at third in the Pacific. Yeah, right now it looks a little crazy because they are 5 points back. But they also have 3 games in pocket. Or sorry, 4 games in pocket against the Edmonton Oilers. 2 games in pocket over the Kings.
Oilers are Baltimore second.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, give me San Jose in third in the Pacific.
Wildcard teams, I think that's going to go to Utah and probably Edmonton. Edmonton probably sneaks in as your last wildcard team. I would imagine. I just think they have enough points right now in the Western Conference. That's kind of my thoughts right now. But teams that we should be rooting for, Dad. The rest of the way, we need to be the biggest fans for the Chicago Blackhawks, the Calgary Flames, the Vancouver Canucks, the New York Rangers, the New Jersey Devils, and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Those 6 teams we need to be the biggest fans of. Because we want, what's his name, McKinnon, to go to Winnipeg. Because then that means we're drafting 33rd overall. Banging. So, those 6 teams are going to be the thorns in the side. Also the Blues. Keep cheering for the Blues. So, let's see. Let's take a look on X here. Okay. Let me see. Just seeing here. Oh, man. Now, let's see. We are back here in Ottawa. Ready to roll.
I don't think the Pirates can get it out. Back to the Pirates of old.
Oh my gosh. Bro, why is Greg Newsom wearing like such a big beanie? Like, I'm just saying. Look at that beanie, Dad.
Straight balls. This guy can't throw a strike to save his life.
Oh man. Bro, I love how everybody's saying Netanyahu's dead because there's 6 fingers on his hand. Bro, I have not seen a single shot that has shown me 6 fingers. Oh my gosh. So we're ready to go here. Third period should be beginning here in just a few minutes. Okay. Let me see. Kind of taking a look here. Seeing if there's any news on X. Oh man. But we'll see. We will see. Man. This game, though, should be pretty good. Third period should be pretty good. I would expect that we would see Anaheim come out angry, frustrated, and steaming. Like they've got nothing left to play for. Or, you know what I mean? Like they've lost everything. So. Oh, man. Well, Dad, are you able to cover the stream for a few minutes so I can run and use the bathroom? Dad?
Okay.
I need you to talk sports, talk whatever. I will be back. Talk Pirates if you want. I don't know.
Wow. See what happens here. I think the Anaheim's got to score early in the third period so that they can get back into a point where they have an opportunity to tie up this game. If they let Ottawa score one more goal, I think the game is over. Okay, here's one thing, Jason.
Yeah?
What would you think of this? Just got news from the Steelers thing that they are linked to a massive trade with San Francisco
Oh?
for Mac Jones. It may be one of the
Interesting.
teams.
That is interesting.
I don't know how I like that.
Well, here we go. Ready to roll. Third period underway. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks, going from right to left. Senators from left to right, starting with 22 seconds of 4-on-4 time. Into the offensive end to the far side. Quick shot goes wide right. Over to the far side. Here come the Ducks. Playing it around up to the point to the near side.
Sending it in. Trouba shot. Going to be gloved by Olmark. Dad, no dying on stream.
I'll wait till after the stream.
Okay. So a nice little save by Olmark to start off this third period. What's good, Bagel? You don't care anymore.
No.
So here we go, taking a look here. Trouba with 17-17 of total time. Cutter Gauthier going to take the draw here up against Dylan Cousins. Ready to roll in this third period. And here we go, waiting on the draw. And the faceoff won by the Ducks up to the point, winning it so purely they got to chase it back from center ice over to the near side and over to the far side again, back again, now recentering, able to connect there off of the stick of Trouba into the offensive end. They send it to the far side, down low, racing around for that puck over to the near side. Here comes the Senators, ready to roll. Into the offensive end, behind the net there of Husso. To the far side, playing it around, taken back by the Senators and back again by the Ducks. Wing to wing to the near side. Ready to move it up through center to the offensive end to the near corner, down low, chasing it around. Going to be played off of the stick of Clevin. To the far side, ready to roll back into his own end. Here come the Ducks. Moving it around, trying to find somewhere they can go wing to the far side with. And moving it up through center into the offensive end, over to the near side, losing it, and we got a whistle for an offside. So a little offside action there. Okay. Let me see here. Let me take a look at something here. Okay. So here we go. Ready to roll near side. Face off. And it's going to be won by the Ducks up to the point, over to the far side, trying to drive it into the offensive end of the near side corner. They go. And it's going to be taken back up by the Ducks, down low into the corner again. Trying to move it around there. And there is Zellweger. And going to be played up all the way, cleared out, giving chase. That's going to be the Ducks. Out of their own end, passing it along the far side boards, goes loose, taken up by Zellweger. Over to the far side to the offensive end. Oh, takes a little nasty little shot there, ends up going down on his back, sliding over to his own bench, over to the near side. Here come the Senators. Wing to wing pass intercepted by, that's going to be off the stick of Lacombe. Into the offensive end, he sends it behind the net of Olmark. To the far side, back in behind the net to the near, along the boards. That's going to be Artem Zub, clearing it all the way up, played by Husso. Back in behind the net to the near side. He got himself into a pickle. Trying to move it around Vetrano. And into the neutral zone. He sends it to the far side. Here comes your chance. Cutter Gauthier not able to fully control it. Back on in behind the net, giving chase. The Ducks trying to work it around. Shot from the corner. Not going to go. Over to the near side. A nice chance there. Oh, big collision into the boards. Okay, along the near side, slow to get up. It's going to be Jackson Lacombe. But it looks like he's moving it around. We got a whistle, though. Lacombe skating over to his bench. Thankfully, he's all right. That looked like a pretty big shot. You missed the penalty, or you missed the big shot into the boards. So is that going to be Eller going to the sin bin for that? 2 for boarding? I mean, he kind of got himself up into Lacombe as Lacombe ends up going into the board. So, yeah, it's going to be Lars Eller going to the sin bin. So here we go, over to the near side, we got a draw, getting ready for that face-off taken by McTavish, going to be won by the Senators. Back on into their own end of the near side, clearing it out, taken back by the Ducks. Working with it now, Minchikov with that puck, wing to the far side, dumping it into the offensive end, giving chase to the near side, able to get there, Mikhail Granlund, but taken back and cleared up by the Senators. Last time the Ducks had a power play, they ended up forfeiting it because the Senators got a shorthanded goal, which the Ducks challenged and failed. From the point, Minchikov, wing to wing, over to the far side, down low. Giving chase up to the top of the zone, to the point, to the near side, Minchikov. Sending it down low behind the net to McTavish. Along the board, still near the red circle. Taking it down low, trying to find some help. 1:16 to go on the power play. 16:36 in the period. Shot in front! It's loose! It's still not going to go in. Up to the point now. Working it around, sending it down low. Shot over to the far side. Nice defensive use of the stick there by the Senators. Working it around to the point. Shot by Trouba. Deflected off to the near side. And up to the point. Gets cleared all the way out. We got call Saul, 23:30, saying Boston sucks on the road. Well, we'll see what they can do here. We'll see what they can do. It's going to be in the great city, the nation's capital, later on today. Actually, like right now. But 50 seconds to go here on that power play for the Ducks. And a couple of nice quality chances here on that power play for Anaheim so far. So we'll see if they can make it happen. We'll see if they can keep it rolling. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, man, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it, man. We are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, hopefully by the end of Stanley Cup Finals. So, you know, always appreciate it. But over to the far side, and we got a whistle again. 39 seconds to go on that Ducks power play. 15:59 left here in regulation. How are the Pirates doing, resident Pirates correspondent, Dad?
Losing 5-3.
So the Ducks winning the draw over to the near side. They're going to take it. That's going to be Lacombe. Good to see him back on the ice after that collision. Up through center now. Here comes Leo Carlson. Passing back. Able to connect. Moving it around from Kreider. Up to the top, to the point. Cycling it around from Seneca, who is due for a point. Keep an eye on Beckett Seneca. Working at Carlson. Shot goes wide. Over to the far side. Racing to that puck. Going to be Cutter Gauthier. To the point. 10 seconds on the power play. Over to the far side. Cycling it down. Gauthier to the near side. Down low. Passing in front. Shot. Nice effort by Olmark. And we got a whistle. We got extracurricular. Beckett Seneca getting absolutely carried into the boards by Ridley Greig. Are they going to get him on that at all? Because he kind of just like carried him into the boards. He just kind of went like, no, here you go. I just need Huso over 26.5 saves. Well, we'll keep track on that. That means that they need 29 shots on goal for the Senators. But yeah, right there, just gets completely lifted and just donk. But 1 second to go here on that power play. The Senators with 24 shots on goal. So they just need 5 more shots on goal without scoring a goal. That's all you need. So here we go. Face off on the far circle, going to be won by the Ducks. Cycling it around, Vetrano, shot. Nice save by Huso. And VL, is he going to get into it a little bit there? No. Gilbert got a little bit of an extra high hit on him after the play, but No extracurricular out of that, fortunately. But we'll see here. 15-15 to go here in this third period. The Senators holding on to a 2-0 lead over the Ducks. 24 shots for the Senators, 18 for Anaheim, with 15-15 to go in regulation. Seems so easy, but never is. I know. Oh, I know. There's reasons I don't bet on the NHL anymore. Way too, what's the word? Volatile. But a shot from the corner denied, and the Senators clearing the puck out as the power play expires. Is this going to be icing? No. Backing around to the near side along the boards. Vetrano with that puck. Wing-to-wing pass to the far side to the offensive end, trying to drive it to the net. Battling for that puck. Vetrano down low again, trying to connect with his teammate there with McTavish. And up to the top of the zone, clearing it out. It's a lot sweatier than the NFL. That's why I don't really do NHL, because it's way more volatile in my opinion. I mean, there's way too much parity in the NHL. And with the numbers as low as they are, like a shot on goal or a point, it's very sweaty. So, it's not quite for me. But I love covering hockey. I love watching it because it's just so crazy. But back on in behind the net, over to the near side. Ian Moore trying to move it up, taking back into the offensive end. Down low, a chance for the Senators. Down low, Spence behind the net on a connecting pass. Tied up Brady Tkachuk with that puck. Along the boards, freeing it up in front, back up to the point, wing to wing from the top of the zone. Over to the near side, shot by Spence, deflected before it gets to the net. Unfortunately, it's not going as a shot on goal. Bodies tied up along the near side. Down low, gonna get cleared up. A nice effort there by Zellweger. And here come the Ducks into the offensive end. That's going to be Mikhail Granlund sending it down low, wing to the top of the zone for Lacombe. Down low on a pass, trying to send it around. Beckett's Seneca over to the far side, taken back by Dylan Cousins. Moving it around now for the Senators, up to the point, clearing it out. And Jackson Lacombe going to give chase. Bro, you switched from the NFL? That's funny.
Oh, boy. Update.
What's going on?
What's up?
Pirates take a lead.
They actually came back. That's surprising. So here we go to the near side. The Senators through center ice into the offensive end. They're going to dump it, giving chase into the corner. Nice check dished out there by Shane Pinto. Over to the near side along the boards. Getting there is going to be off of the stick of Amadio. Along the boards. Tied up for that puck. And up to the top of the zone they go from the far side with a chance going back in behind the net to the near side. Amadio down low again. Trying to work with it. Getting to it again is Amadio. To the far side to the point. Shot! Gonna go wide right. Over to the near side to the top of the zone. Puck gets cleared all the way out. Giving chase. That's going to be off the stick of Clevin to the far side. The Senators over to the near into the offensive end. Shot off of Ville Husso. Nice job by the Ducks. That's going to be a hand pass. No! That was surprising. That was a hand pass. But they're not going to call it. They're going to let play go on. Over to the far side. There's one of your 5 shots. Up now, that's Stutzla trying to work that puck away and going to be kept around by Kreider. Over to the far side to Lacombe along the boards. Over to the near side, trying to punch it up. And it's taken back by Ottawa at center ice. Dumping it up into the offensive end. Back on in behind the net of Husso. Taken now by the Ducks. Over to the near side. Off of Hellison's stick into the neutral zone. Here comes your chance, McTavish. Down low with that puck. Wrapping it around. Nice effort there by Spence to play defense on that. And here come the Senators. Up through center to the near side. Just kind of doing a little dump and chase. Minchikov. Wing to the far side. Passing across to the near. Vetrano. Now back again. Off of the stick there and into the offensive end. Sent by Wash. Behind the net to the far side. And here comes the Senators again to the near side. Spence passing back to the far side, able to connect with his teammate Clevin along the boards to the near side. The Ducks taking it back. Zellweger into the offensive end, chasing it out. Spence clearing the zone, giving chase. Here comes the Ottawa Senators with a chance. Right, Ridley Grieg into the boards at the far side, battling with 3 Ducks. Puck comes loose, maintained in the neutral zone by Ottawa. To the near side, and that puck goes soaring out of play with 10:51 to go here in the third period. We're still looking at shots here. 25 shots on goal for the Senators. So only needing 4 more. Only needing 4 more, Carl Saul. So we'll help him for that. We'll pull him for that, bro. So what do you think so far this third period, Dad?
I think Anaheim better get a goal quick.
Time is running out for Anaheim.
Yeah.
Time is definitely running out for Anaheim. But I think this period has definitely been a good period of action. Yeah, we haven't gotten the goals this period, but we've had a lot of action at both ends. A lot better than the first period, which was just a pump and dump kind of period. Pump and dump and then the circus of the power plays. Man, thank you. It was a full unit parlay. Well, hey, man, we'll provide updates, man. Hey, whenever I know we got people that are sports bettors in the chat, I try to follow their props as much as I can, bro. Because I live vicariously through that.
What's going on with Boston?
Let's take a look.
Any score?
Let's take a look. The puck might not have even dropped yet. It's only 3:15. Yeah, puck hasn't even dropped yet.
Oh, okay.
The game starts at 3.
I thought you said the game was already started. So
I said it
why
might have, but the game starts at 3. So, you know, that means pucks won't drop until about like 3:30 because it's ABC. Oh, man. Looking at key Western Conference games. San Jose, Montreal, LA Kings, New Jersey, and Pittsburgh Mother-loving Penguins taking on the Utah Mammoth. Hopefully we'll be live for that. Seattle, Vancouver.
They'll get pounded by the Mammoth.
Oh, my gosh. Let's see if we got Jesse saying.
Stepped on.
Oh, my gosh, bro. No.
What?
No, they're not. But Jesse saying they need the Ducks money line. Gonna need a little miracle here right about now. But hey, miracles do happen in hockey. Look at the 1980 U.S. Men's Olympic team. Miracle on ice. So here we go. We are back in Ottawa, ready to rumble. Near side circle face-off in the neutral zone, favoring towards the Senators' offensive end. And face-off going to be won by Pinto to the top of the zone. Zub wing to wing over to the far side. Sending it into the offensive end. Leo Carlson, though, is there for the Ducks. Keeping it in.
Stick.
Yep, a broken stick on the ice. And down low into the far corner, taken back by the Senators, working around the board, sending it down low to the near side, giving chase out from Zub. Now over again to Amadio, taken back by the Ducks. Here comes with speed, a chance, back at Seneca, looking for a point, denied, shot again in front of Olmark, not gonna go. And here come the Ottawa Senators, clearing out that puck softly and gently enough to go for a change. Again, keep an eye on Beckett Seneca. He's going to be looking for a point. This is the first time in a long time he's gone at least 4 games without a point. So, he is trying to not let that go to 5.
He will. He'll be 5.
Well, he's doing everything he can every time he's on the ice. Wing to the far side, into the offensive end, giving chase, and the Ducks will ice the puck. With 9:49 to go here in the third period. All right, let me take a look over here. See how we are rolling. Bro, if you guys though are enjoying the stream, man, drop a like, drop a sub. Always appreciate it. Let's see if we can go for 10 likes. We got 5. Let's see if we can go for 10. Man, but just taking a look at the effort. The Ducks, man, they are not giving up. They are not giving up at all. They have all that fight, all of that anger. Let's see. Sean Bryan saying, I have Anaheim plus 1.5 and under 6.5 goals in a hockey parlay. Well, hey, if Anaheim gets a goal, you're feeling pretty good. So here we go to the far side, ready to move it on up. The Ducks. Yes. They're going to get a goal. They're not going to get shut out by Ottawa. I mean, come on. Yeah, I'm sure they're shooting the puck. 9 shots this period. Come on. Have a little faith. Except the Ducks just iced the puck again. Oopsie poopsie. Oh, man, 9:31 to go here. Looking at Linus Ullmark as he's going for a little lap at that whistle here. 25 shots on goal for Ottawa, 21 for the Ducks. 2 goals also allowed by Ville Husso. So here we go. Far side circle faceoff. Battling up to the top of the zone. The Senators sending it down low and around to the near side. Tied up behind the net. trying to wrap it around to the near side and up to the point, trying to connect with Spence, goes past Spence, giving chase. That's going to be Clevin. Back on in behind the net. Aggressive defense, though, by Kreider, trying to take that puck away. And along the near side, trying to move it on up. Here come the Ducks. Trying to pass through. Ooh, big check dished out against Anaheim. And into the offensive end, down low with a chance. A shot denied. And a nice little freeze there by Ville Husso. Will they count that as a shot is the question. But it looks like they are getting ready to step away for another commercial break. Son of a gun. 8:58 to go here in the third period. 2-0 is the game score, leading for the Ottawa Senators. And it looks like the Capitals game is getting underway, so we'll be keeping an eye on that one for the rest of this game as well.
Going just as a baseball thing, going now, just go to the top of the eighth. Pirates are winning 6-5.
Okay. So real quick, let's also do a little breakdown of the NHL slate of games today. So, of course, Ducks Senators right now. Bruins and Capitals just now getting underway. Then at 4 p.m. Eastern, in just about 40 minutes, we got the Colorado Avalanche. Let's go Avalanche taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Let's go Avalanche. And then the New York Rangers taking on the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota at 6 p.m. Eastern. At 7 p.m. Eastern on NHL Network, you got the Toronto Maple Leafs without Austin Matthews taking on the Buffalo Sabres and Rasmus Dahlin. Also at 7, you got the San Jose Sharks taking on the Montreal Canadiens, the Carolina Hurricanes taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning, the LA Kings taking on the New Jersey Devils, and the Calgary Flames taking on the New York Islanders. At 7:30 p.m. Eastern, you got the Columbus Blue Jackets taking on the Philadelphia Flyers, a big Metro game with big playoff implications for both sides. At 8 p.m.,
Flyers and Blue Jackets.
Then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we got the Red Wings and Stars, another huge game with big playoff implications. 9 p.m. Eastern, Penguins Mammoth, again, another big game with big playoff implications. Then 2 games at 10 p.m., the Kraken at the Canucks and the Blackhawks at the Golden Knights. So that is your little breakdown here for the games for today. And that was perfect, because now we're back here in Ottawa, ready to roll. So here we go. Near side circle face-off in the offensive end for the Senators. Going to be won by the Ducks to the far side, clearing it up and giving chase. Here comes Lacombe, not able to control it in the offensive end. The Senators clearing the zone, taken back by Trouba to the far side to Lacombe. Trying to pass it across, and Lacombe going to take it back out of his own end. Wing to the near side to Trouba. Working with it from the near side circle out of his own end. Pass taken away by the Senators, but they can't control the passes themselves. And going to be taken back by McTavish for now into the offensive end. And we got a whistle for presumably offside. All right. But I got to say, some of the games I'm looking forward to tonight. Big games, right? Sharks Canadiens is massive. Absolutely massive. Canes Lightning, huge for both teams. The Blue Jackets Flyers, not as much for the Flyers, but definitely for Columbus. Red Wings Stars, absolutely critical as well. Same with Penguins and Mammoth.
Penguins have to win.
Yes.
They lose, they're out of it.
Yes, and I am hoping to be live for that Penguins game tonight. But here we go. Artrum Zub with that puck in his own end behind the net to the near side, passing it up all the way out, and it is going to be icing. I don't think that was icing. Come on. There was a chance that it was going to get beaten out there. Nick Cousins was going to beat that out, I think. But they called the icing anyway. So the faceoff's going to go back into the Ducks offensive end. Cousins not happy about that call. I don't blame the guy. That was a rough call. I think that was a bad call.
Just like that goal call.
Yeah, but there were also a couple penalties where the refs turned a blind eye, so
That hurt Ottawa. So Ottawa's now kind of getting pounded in. So we'll see. 8:05 to go here in the third. We'll see what the Ducks have in store. Oh, no. They undid the icing. Center ice draw. And here we go over to the near side, cycling it around along the boards. Moving it now, Dylan Cousins into the offensive end. Giving chase into the net, or into Zellweger behind the net to the far side. Back on down low again. Trying to connect into the corner. Ian Moore trying to take it away now to the near side. Moving it along the boards. Down low in front, shot by Kachuk. Not going to go, denied by Huso. Over to the far side, off of the stick of Ridley Grieg. And down low again. In there, Zellweger on Kachuk, taking the puck away. And here we go, back down low to the far side. Real quick call, Saul, just to let you know, 27 shots on goal for the Senators. So they have 25 saves for Ville Huso. So over to the near side, along the boards, the Ducks trying to move it out of their own end, giving chase, Jeffrey VL, and that puck will get cleared up, and giving it into the offensive end, trying to take it away is Beckett Seneca, and a nice job there by Linus Ullmark to recognize what was going on and pounce on the puck. All right, real quick, let me get back to someone on Discord. I need to send a message because I am needed tonight back at the church. So I need to send a message to someone real quick. 2 more? Well, hey, I think you'll get to 2 more.
What do you, did you go over there now?
No, he just said what time I'll be back. Okay, so here we go. Over to the near side, through center. And working it around to the near side. Moving it up is Lacombe. Into the offensive end, he sends it to the far side. The Senators trying to move it out of the zone. Let me just send this real quick. There we go. See, 3 more to clear, 26 and a half. So right now he has 25 because there's 27 shots on goal by the Senators and 2 goals. So he has 25 right now. But obviously you want to get 3 just in case they take 1 off. Because, you know, they'll always say like, oh, 7 shots on goal, 6 shots on goal, 10 shots on goal, 4 shots on goal. Almost as if they pull random numbers out of the hats. So here we go to the near side corner, down low. And kept up by the Ducks, cleared out by the Senators, giving chase to the near side. And that's going to be Amadio trying to hit a pass, tripped up and over to the near side. We got a penalty, is that going to be? That going to be 2 for tripping on Trouba? Are they going to get Trouba for tripping? No, it's Gauthier. But they're going to get him for tripping. Thank you, that's right. That's right, the shots police. Yeah, like, it's too funny. Like, you'll see they go into an intermission with like 11 shots on goal, and then then that same team will come out with like 8 shots on goal for the start of the second. Like, it's crazy.
I don't think Anaheim's gonna make a goal this game.
I don't think they're gonna get shut out. I mean, let's see. So here we go, far side circle. Face off, trying to move it around. Battling for possession, 1 up top, over to the far side. This could be where we hit it for you there, Call Saul. Down over to the far side, top of the zone, shot, gets deflected before it gets to the net. Over to the near side, along the boards. Moving it around from Killorn, over to the far side, moving it up through center, off of the stick of Paling, back over to Killorn, shot denied by Ullmark. Over to the far side. Trying to move it around from Paling, and it's taken back by the Senators through center to the offensive end to the far side with a chance in front. Shot, he scores! The Ottawa Senators sneaking it by Ville Huso. We still need 2 more shots on goal. But we gotta win. The refs are getting together. Is this gonna be goalie interference?
They gave him goalie interference on that one. I mean, the guy was right on.
We'll see. The last one they were right on him and they didn't call goalie interference.
Look at that.
Yep, so they're going to say no goal, goalie interference.
If they didn't call that goalie interference.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me. Look at the calls the Penguins have been victims of. Look at the calls
that would have been two calls that they should have gotten.
Yep. But here we go. Ottawa going to stay on the power play. Shot does not count. Man.
Yeah, I mean, that was clear as day. The puck did skitter in, but Huso was initiated contact on, could not get to the puck. So here we go. Over to the far side. And there's a reason the announcers were sure the last one was goalie interference. You know why? What broadcast are we watching, Dad?
I know, Anaheim.
We're watching the Anaheim broadcast.
But here we go to the far side. The Ducks out of their own end. Working with it. Trouba to the near side. Taken back on a botch pass. Nice use of the body there to break up that pass. Here comes Brady Tkachuk. Passing back. Up through center ice they go. Into the offensive end. Loose puck. Trouba on top of it. Moving it out. Into the offensive end. Looking for some help. Wrestled away by the Senators. Here comes your chance. 4-on-3 into the offensive end to the near side. Not able to be timed up with that shot. Pass and shoot to Stützle. Now back to Stützle. Cross ice shot. And going to be gloved by Ville Husso. A nice effort there by Drake Batherson.
Shots.
What?
28 shots on goal.
Yep, that's 28. We still need one more, ideally 2 or 3. Ideally, we want to get to 2 or 3 more for Call Saul. The 5:02 left here in the third. 34 seconds left on the power play for Ottawa. And here we go to the far side, top of the zone. Working with it around, down low. Back up to the point again to Shabbat. To the near side, working it down low from Fogle. And it's going to be coming up the other way. Here comes a chance for the Ducks. Over to the far side, Killorn pass, shot. Denied. Over to the near side, goes high. Moving it around now. That's going to be off of the stick of Spence. Leaving it back 10 seconds to go on the power play. There's time. Absolutely there's time. There is 4.5 minutes of time. So behind the net to the near side, moving it around. Off the stick of Minchukov and up through center, coming out of the sin bin here. So let's take the power play graphic off. And working it around to the far side. Backing across to the near, coming up through to the offensive end for the Ducks is going to be Kreider. Top of the zone, and it clears the zone. So we're going to have a whistle for the offsides.
Intentional offsides.
Looks like with 4:12 to go here in the third, the broadcast is going to step away.
Well, guess what?
What?
Update on the Pirates.
Yeah?
We got another home run.
Oh my gosh.
So they're up 8-5.
Oh my gosh.
2-run homer. Last
That's
one
the-
was a 3-run homer.
That is the other concern, Saul. The
Goalie pull. That's the one thing we forgot to consider.
But
The goalie pull. They could pull at 2.5 minutes. They're down 2.
yeah, I know.
They could pull a 2.5 to 3 minutes. So you might only have like another 90 seconds, 90 to 120 seconds to get that shot. That is a slight concern I would have. So yeah, it is not a full
What do they
4:12.
do? Is it empty net or a shot on goal?
Yeah, but the empty netter also scores.
And you guys want to score.
Yes, because they're talking Ville Husso saves.
Ah.
He needs over 26.5 Ville Husso saves. So, I mean, an empty netter counts as a shot, but it doesn't help his case. Because Ville Husso doesn't get the save.
Okay.
Exactly. Call just said it's not a save.
Right, I didn't say that. I'm thinking shots on goal. I didn't know it was saves.
Yeah, I know. But we need the shots on goal to have the saves.
Okay.
That's why we're focusing shots on goal. That's why 29 is a magic number right now. And if it's not 29, if they give up a goal, it turns to 30.
So here we go, ready to roll. We are back here in Ottawa, ready to roll. Near side circle face-off, ready to roll. Face-off won by the Ducks in the neutral zone. Lacombe wing to wing, sent in by Trouba. Over to the near side corner, down low, working it around. Nice job there by Kreider to use the body. Along the boards, top of the zone, sent in, taken away by Ottawa. Moving it up into the neutral zone they go. Under 4 to play, intercepted by Kreider, but we got a whistle.
Offsides.
I don't...
You did.
Yeah, he didn't get back on side before he touched it, yeah.
Right.
But No, because offside doesn't apply if they take the puck over and then back again. Unless he like let go of the puck before it crossed back over the blue line. If I'm not mistaken, offside doesn't apply if they move it back. But back over to the near side, moving it around. Let's see. Yo, let's go, Max. Max saying go Sens. Well, we'll see. Over to the near side along the boards. We're still looking for, 29 shots on goal. We have them. We have the shots on goal for Ottawa for now. Let's get to 30, maybe 31 to be safe. But wing to wing. Intercepted by Brady Tkachuk. Sent into the offensive end. Back in behind the net of Husso. Taken back by the Senators. Shot kicked away by Husso. Nice job. That's going to bring him up to 30. Back on in behind the net, at least I would hope. Wrapping it around towards the near side. Trying to send it over to the far side, top of the zone, taken back by the Ducks to the near side, and intercepted in the neutral zone. Wing-to-wing pass there from Spence, back again. Moving it up through center into the offensive end. He sends it behind Husso to the... What?
You're going to be wrong.
What do you mean I'm going to be wrong? Yeah, it's not 30, I know. I thought it was.
No.
What?
Anaheim's not going to score.
I don't know about that. I still don't know about that. But here we go to the far side. Bodies colliding, battling for that puck. Beckett Seneca in there as well. Tied up over to the near side. Big battle for that puck along the boards. Nice little hold there by McTavish. And Anaheim pulling the goalie. Anaheim has the empty net. So it's a good thing we got 29, because here come the Ottawa Senators. And taken back by the Ducks at center ice. Moving it up through center to the offensive end. They're going to send it. Trying to wrap it around Beckett Seneca right there. Battling for that puck with Stützle. Stützle taking it back. Wing to the near side. Artrum Zub passing up. Gets deflected wide left of the net to the far side. And it's going to be iced. 2:05 to go here in regulation. The Ducks down by 2. Hey, the Penguins had a 2-goal comeback in less time. Just saying. I saw them do it with my own eyes.
The Penguins have better players than the Anaheim.
Yeah, you kind of have a point on that. Oh my gosh. But they didn't have Crosby. They didn't have Gino.
Yeah, but they have better players even without them.
Oh, man. Man, please no shot police. It's holding at 29. It's holding. So... here we go. Face-off one over to the near side by the Senators. Down low along the boards to the top of the zone. Kept in by Beckett Seneca to the far side. Back over to the near. Over to Leo Carlson and back again. Along the boards, top of the zone near the circle. Driving it down towards the net. Punching in front. Gets deflected behind the net again. Over to the near side. Working with it now to Lacombe. Back across to the point. Down to the far side. Down low. Taking it. Shot gets deflected over to the near side. 97 seconds to go in the game. Over to the far side, played up to the top of the zone there from Cutter Gauthier, and the puck goes into the neutral zone. Lacombe with the puck, passing wing to the far side. Into the neutral zone they go to the near side, kept in by Kreider into the offensive end to the far side. Ottawa trying to clear the zone, kept in front, chance to the near side. Nice job by Ullmark to play that puck. Along the near side, the Senators, though, get that puck cleared all the way out. Not icing, though. Not all the way back for an icing, so taken back by the Ducks to the near side. Moving it into the offensive end, Mikhail Granlund over to the far side. 58 seconds to go.
1 minute left in the period. 1 minute.
Thank you. So the puck going to get cleared up?
Yep.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Over to the near side, and the Senators clearing out that puck through center into the offensive end, taken back by the Ducks in front of their own empty net. 35 seconds to go here in the period. Over to the far side, Pavel Minchikov.
I guess the Ducks can score on their own goal.
Oh my gosh, a chance in front! Shot not going to go for VL. Shot again denied. Over to the near side along the boards. Tied up for that puck coming loose. And it's going to be sent around to the far side by the Senators. To the near side, no icing. 10, 9, 8. Tkachuk to the near side. 7, 6, 5. Over behind the net to the far side. 3. And the puck goes out of play with 2 seconds to go. Still at 29 shots for the Senators, though. Call Saul.
So it looks like we are still good on that. It looks like they are confirming those shots. Hopefully. Okay, so here we go. 2 seconds to go here in regulation. And Ville Husso back in to wrap up this game here. And that face-off won by the Ducks, and that is going to be the final in this one. The Ottawa Senators are going to win this one by a final score of 2-0. And I believe this is his second shutout of the season for Linus Ullmark. Wow, just blanking a second team this year. Now that has me wondering, who was his first shutout against? Who was his first shutout against? Takes about 7 minutes after the game to clear if it's good. Well, we'll see. I would think by now they would have cleared shot attempts by Ottawa, because Ottawa did not make a single shot attempt in the last 5 minutes of regulation. So by now I would think that they would have cleared the shot attempts. So that is my initial thought. But let me go here real quick into the box score. Who was the first shutout for Linus Ullmark this year? Wouldn't it be funny if it was the Ducks? Let's see. Goals against. Where's the other goals against? 0. When this game started? Nope, it was son of a gun. I'm not gonna say that it was that team because it bruises the ego a little bit.
Is it a PP person?
It's the Penguins.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Penguins. He's the only other team that he has shut out. Wow. But hey, a nice job though for the Senators to pick up a pivotal, crucial win today. I mean, this game was a season-saving win by far, because that vaults them into the playoff position a little bit better. Just a little bit. It puts them at a total point score, or total points this year so far, of, let's see here, 75. Currently, the playoff club is 78 and better. And the thing is that with 65 games played, they have played the same number of games as Boston. Montreal has a game in pocket, but they're going to use that tonight in a huge, huge game of their own. It's against a West Coast team. I can't remember who it is offhand, but it's a cross-conference game. Big game there. Columbus also in that fold at 65 games, but they have a game in pocket for the Islanders. So if the Islanders drop down and keep dropping, they got a game in pocket on them. So this game just opened up the floodgates. And it looks like the Senators might have a legitimate shot and a legitimate stake at making a playoff push. I put them at about a coin flip's odds right now, because they can't do it themselves. They need some help. But the help they need is plausible help. I mean, it is theirs to lose effectively. I just checked Flash Score. They're usually pretty accurate. Flash Score. Let me take a look. I've never heard Flash Score. Let me see here. Flash Score. Okay. Might be something for me to look into to keep up with. Make sure I'm in the loop on all the stuff. Okay. Yeah, because I've never heard them. Ooh, they provide lineups for these as well? Oh my gosh, that is awesome! Bro, that is awesome.
8-6.
Typically, I use Daily Faceoff for my lines.
I probably will still continue to do so because, well, I can access it anytime I want, and it's not gonna. It might not be fully confirmed. You know what I mean? There's some players that we might not have seen today that were on there, yada yada yada. You know, but definitely a good resource. The other resource I use for streams is Money Puck. I love Money Puck. And actually, they have the Senators at 46.2%. I use Daily as well for line combinations. Yeah, Daily Faceoff's my line combination king. And then I use Money Puck, for instance, I had a whiteboard today of like a whole bunch of different stats that I could pull from as we had time and as we needed to. I pulled a lot of that stuff from Daily Faceoff or from Money Puck, using their in-depth analysis and all that stuff. Like they got. Do they have
parts.
What? What'd they do?
That's 8-6. They got 2 outs at the top of the ninth. Guy's on second, and he just threw 3 straight balls.
Ooh.
So they only need 1 more out to win the game.
Does Money Puck have Corsi stats? Are you? What are you talking like with Corsi stats? A little confused, a little unfamiliar. Let's see. I am trying to see what it has here. All of the stuff it has. They provide like the stats, goals, X goals, PIMs, face-offs, any form of line combinations. Oh, puck went wide?
Okay.
Let me see.
5-1, 8-6.
Okay, good. Let's see.
Still zip.
They do provide shot attempts. If by that you're talking like shot attempts, they do provide that. So like I could see right now, Spence had 5 today, Stützle had 5 today, Batherson had 9 shot attempts, Cousins had 7. It also has unblocked shot attempts as well. So you can see how many of them were blocked just by looking at the difference there. So like I could tell you Batherson had 2 blocked shots against. Dylan Cousins had 5 of his shots blocked. Wow, that's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. You can have 30 shots on goal, but have 70 shots in the game. Exactly. Yeah. So, like, it'll provide... It breaks it down for the individuals. I don't believe that it breaks it down for the whole team. But you can take a look and just, you know, say 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 4. Effectively. It's a long way about doing it, but it's a way you can. That's probably like your best way of being able to see that. At least on Money Puck. Because I don't think it has anything directly embedded. Money Puck? Oh yeah, it's a free online resource. I don't pay anything for... Oh, correction. We pay for DougBot. But other than that, I don't pay for anything to run these streams. I use all freeware. Streamlabs OBS. I have custom programs that I use to automate the scoreboard, automate the ticker, automate everything. The sub counts, scores, timer. That's all automatically done by Python script and APIs. So... That's why I can't have a shot on goal tracker, because it just does not do that. So, but yeah, Money Puck's a free resource. It has a lot of stuff, including like a deserve to win-o-meter. Like it's really cool. It's really cool. So, man, is this the first time catching your stream? Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you came in, man. I always appreciate that. So. But yeah, it's like really cool because we have like our chatbot we'll go to. Everything is automated because I tried doing it even with football. I tried doing it manually. The problem is that if I do it manually, I get so focused on the scoreboard that I can't focus on providing coverage of the game as effectively as I want to. But like being able to know that everything over there is taken care of, I can just zero in on the game. Detail, I appreciate it. Thank you, man. Thank you for the compliment. I try to provide the best coverage I can for people who don't have other ways of watching it, you know? But still want to watch an actual person on a broadcast and not just those stinking people that put up like the ESPN Game Center and call that their own stream. I mean, that's not their own stream. I'm sorry. You know, some people want to watch it, but in my mind, it just doesn't register. Like, if I want to watch the Game Center, I'm going to go to ESPN.com and find the Game Center. If I'm coming to YouTube to want to watch coverage of a game, I'm wanting to watch either the game, or if I can't watch the game, I want to watch a person talking about the game. So, well, it looks like Dad's heading out, so I don't think he has anything else he wants to tell the people. Nah, he's heading out. That's response. Yeah, like I saw that. I saw people doing coverage streams of a whole bunch of different hockey games, and yet it was just the Game Center. It was just ESPN Game Center or NHL Game Center. Like, what's the point of doing that? You know what I mean? That's where it's like, you know what? I can do this. I have call sheets. I have a whiteboard that I throw all the lines on every game. Yeah, this whiteboard is like what keeps me alive for the games. Oh, man. But yeah, between that and my massive binder of call sheets, NFL, NHL, some ECHLs in there, some colleges in there. I think we have a couple of MLB and NBA in there as well, because like sometimes we'll do a one-off stream of those. So, you know, especially over the summer, we're going to be doing a lot of Pirates games, I think. That's one of the things I want to do this year is I want to cover some baseball. Just, you know, a couple times a week after the NHL season wraps up, before football gets going, you know. Although I do think we might be buying a Penguins blow-up suit, because if the Penguins, I've changed my mind. If the Penguins make the playoffs, we're buying an inflatable Penguin suit and covering Penguins playoff hockey in that suit. We talked about it on stream before, and I think I'm doing that like full on if the Penguins end up making the playoffs, which they probably will, because like it's playoff hockey. Oh my gosh, we were talking about it before. I'm like, only if they make the conference finals. You know, it started as only if they make Stanley Cup to only if they make conference finals. You know what? I actually kind of want to do that. So like, we'll just lower the bar to making the playoffs, and I'll order the suit on Amazon. Oh man, because like while we take the sports seriously, we love to have fun as well. What's the point in watching sports if you're not having fun? You know what I mean? That's like one of my biggest things, is that people will take sports so seriously that everything just cuts right to the heart. You know, yeah, it sucks, and I feel a little down when the Penguins lose or the Steelers drop a stupid game, but like, it's just a stupid game. Your team's gonna get back up, you know what I mean? It might take years, it might take time, but your team's gonna get back up. Enjoy the sport. Enjoy the sport while it's in front of us. You know what I mean? That's my thought process on that kind of stuff. With that being said, I do gotta get ready to go here. I gotta go over to the church. They're doing a worship night, and I gotta get over there to help get some of the back end stuff set up, last minute stuff done. I'm hoping to be live for the Penguins game tonight. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can be live around 9 p.m. Eastern tonight for Penguins Mammoth. With that, otherwise, if I don't catch you guys then, I will catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be doing a couple streams tomorrow, a couple hockey streams. We do have our stream schedules posted on the YouTube post tab on the channel, so make sure you guys check that out if you're interested. And with that, yes sir, so let's go Pens, baby. Fishburg, go Stanley Cup, baby. Woo! But with that, I'll catch you guys next time, bro. Peace out, and have yourselves a blessed evening, everybody.